this one's pointing straight ahead. That would be this one here. Okay, just switch them. Switch shots. Back and forth. This is the live one right now. So if I go over to this one, good. Now it's live. But that's a better angle and look anyways from the beginning anyway.
She's a Dorian. He's a big boy and he's strong.
dancing, but the music stopped. Which one?
Dorian Scott. He just signed it today. Or Scott Dorian, excuse me. He is huge. Under there. His arms are like this. Yeah, so I come to find out, of course, you're That's the top speed.
not playing. Yeah, right? What is that, like 15 days now or something? I know, nobody wants to hear that word anymore. Holy Christ.
Saturday I put it in like
Yeah. From, the hell's the name of that little town? Vilnius?
He's not on that. Right at the top. 98. 20, he's 22. A lot of these guys are younger than I am.
What do we got? The air right now?
Yeah, I can hear you something if I get one. Like, I went to dinner with him and a couple of the other guys. He doesn't like to talk. He goes, he's buried in his phone. The thing is, like, a lot of these guys, they just automatically get here. They pop in here. It's one thing, we have a very good people. Big loss for us. We knew it had to be injury. It is colder up here tonight.
I do my hair. Chilly up here. I'll tell you what. Nothing, I know all those guys. They're busting my ass.
You should see
Yeah,
number
really.
20 on their team on skates with him.
Actually, I got one with Anton with skates on.
He was here when we won the cup. He's the captain. 9 of these players were former Watertown Wolves. I think 7 of them won a championship. It is.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the Watertown Municipal Arena. We get set for another exciting night of Watertown Wolves hockey. Your Watertown Wolves home for the next 2 nights, hosting the Columbus River Dragons out of Columbus, Georgia for the first time here in the 2019-2020 season. They've been down to Columbus once. They split a weekend down there. And the first time we get to see them in the house here tonight. A lot of former Watertown Wolves on the other bench here this evening. Guys that were picked up in the expansion draft in the off season. So that you're got to have a great chance to talk with those guys earlier back there. Guys like Anton Lenardson back here. L.A. Shapitzin, Zippy was here as well. Let's see, Cam Dimmitz over there, C.J. Hayes, Cody Karpinski, Jared Rutledge. All guys that used to skate in the Watertown Wolves are now on the other side for the Columbus River Dragons here tonight. Glad you can join us on Watertown Wolves Hockey. My name is Jeff Barrett along with David Page. I'll take you through all your action here this evening. Our producer of our show is Eric Thorstein from ThunderForce Media. We'll take a quick look at the starting lineup for the visiting team here this evening. As we said, Jared Rutledge is going to get the start in goal for the River Dragons here this evening. Cam Dimmitt is going to start on the left wing. Right wing will be C.J. Hayes. Center will be Parker Moscow. Wesley Trumley is going to start on left defense. And Preston Kugler, another former Watertown Wolf, until a few weeks ago, will start on the right-hand side. Looking at your hometown Watertown Wolves here this evening, Jeremy Pominville getting to start one more time here again in between the pipes. Dallas Desjardins and Jamie Lucas will start on the wings, left and right respectively. Liam Little will go at center to start. Vladimir Port will start on the left defense, and right defense will be Cole Sostabo. The Wolves coming into tonight holding on to the number 2 spot in the Federal Prospect Hockey League, trailing the Danbury Hat Tricks. Danbury hosting the Elmira Enforcers here this evening in Danbury, Connecticut. Coming into tonight, 27 games under the belt for the Danbury Hat Tricks. 18 wins, 6 losses, 1 overtime win, 2 overtime losses for 58 points to lead the Eastern Division of the Federal Prospect Hockey League. The Wolves with 27 games as well. 14 wins, 10 losses, 1 win, 2 overtime losses for 46 points. The men are Icebreakers hold on to the number 3 spot in the East after 28 games played. 13 wins, 13 losses, 2 overtime losses for 41 points. The Elmira Enforcers in 27 games under their belt this year. 11 wins, 12 losses, and 2 overtime wins, 2 overtime losses for a total of 39 points. And the Delaware Thunder in Harrington, Delaware, with 25 games under their belt so far this year. 8 wins, 17 losses, for a total of 24 points. They'll close out the bottom of the Eastern Division. Quick look at the West. It is the Carolina Thunderbirds continuing to hold on to the number 1 spot out there. 21 wins, 3 losses, 1 overtime win, 1 overtime loss for a total of 66 points. The Port Huron Prowlers, 25 games in, 13-9 with 3 overtime wins for a total of 45 points. The Danville Dashers, 28 games played. They're 15-10, 1 overtime win, 2 overtime losses for 49 points. The Columbus River Dragons coming into tonight at 27 games in, 8 wins, 15 losses, 3 overtime wins and an overtime loss for 31 points. And the Battle Creek Rumblebees, just 1 win on the season for the new expansion team, 1-27 on the year for a total of 3 points. So the Wolves being introduced here to the home crowd. As we said, glad you could join us here on Watertown Wolves Hockey here on YouTube. All our games broadcast free this year on our YouTube channel. You can log on to the Federal Prospect Hockey League page and find it. I'm sure you did if you're already watching. We also want to thank you for joining us here on Red Friday. The Wolves in their red sweaters here tonight. Remember everyone deployed as we honor the great men and women of our military around the world. And, of course, our friends right here at Fort Drum just up the road from Watertown. And our Red Friday games brought to you on the radio on Tunes 92.5. Tonight's game brought to you by Fusillo Subaru in Watertown at 18352 US Route 11. That's Outer Washington Street. For new and used Subaru sales and service, your car buying experience, their number one priority. Their staff looks forward to the challenge of meeting and exceeding your expectations when it comes to purchasing your next Subaru. You can browse online at Fusillo Subaru or visit them on Outer Washington Street in Watertown. Well, we get ready for the introduction of our dignitaries here this evening, our special guests, as we get ready for tonight's matchup here. This evening, we'll turn you over to house announcer Brian Hunsiger. So the introduction of our national anthem here this evening. We'll have a couple of the captains make their way out. We will get ready to drop the puck here this evening. Your Watertown Wolves hosting the Columbus River Dragons. The only time they will make it into the into the Watertown Municipal Arena, I should say, in the 2019-2020 season. Watertown has been down there once for a split, and they were up here now for these two games. The only time we will see them this year. David Page, first time we're going to get to see these guys. Only time we're going to get to see these guys.
Oh, absolutely. As you said, went down there, split a set, and the only time we could possibly see this team again is in the Commissioner's Cup final. But that's still a ways away, Jeff.
So very quickly getting our introductions here underway. We'll take a quick look at some of the leaders around the FPHL. The points leader coming into tonight, your own Watertown Wolf, that is Tyler Jurich. 53 points on the season. Ryan Marker has 52 right behind him for the Delaware Thunder. Ahmed Mahfouz, 45 points on the year. And tonight, they are in Danbury hat trick. 2 goals already for Ahmed Mahfouz as he approaches the 800-point total. 800 points in a career. And as they said, out in Danbury tonight, and he's got 2 goals already. He is 1 point shy of the 800 mark. Looking at goals against average, top of the board, it is Henry Dill of the Carolina Thunderbirds with a 1.72 goals against average. Patrick Malivka has a 2.39. Jesse Gordachuk, 2.69. Austin Rodebush, 2.73. And Thomas McGuckin, a 3.19. And 4 out of those 5 guys I just named, all are either on call or loaned up to another team right now. So missing in action throughout their teams here this evening. You said Watertown in their home reds here this evening. The River Dragons, if you get a look at the change here, the River Dragons with their white sweaters on here tonight, trimmed in black. Nice looking sweater, and like I said, it was good meeting with a lot of the old guys that used to play here in Watertown that have slid over there, got picked up in the expansion draft or have been traded down that way. And a good stellar team. Started out a little slow, but they picked up a lot of wins the last few weeks and are really working right through the middle of the pack right now in the Southern Division. Puck coming out through center ice, gathered up near side. Michael Desjardins able to slide it forward, missed everybody on the way through, so Kugler's going to intercept it. Then the pass got knocked down by Kyle Powell, but it does come back out to neutral ice, now slid all the way down to the Watertown end. Michael Desjardins races back, picks it up. He's being watched in the defensive end, slides over to Justin Coachman. Coachman able to get that one out towards center, got it onto the stick of Tyler Jurich. Jurich sends it back to the near side. Powell just going to put one on goal, and Jared Rutledge is going to swallow that one up and bring our first stoppage in play here. Rutledge, as he said, former Watertown Wolf player. Jared Rutledge coming into tonight has got a majority of the starts. He's got 7 wins, 12 losses on the year, 1 overtime loss. Goals against average, 87 for a 4.40 for the young man. Puck back into the Watertown end. Jurich reels back. He'll pick it up from there. Slides in front of the Watertown goal, sends it cross ice, picked up there very quickly, slid forward, now goes all the way through. Scott Dorian had it for a second. As it came through center ice, comes right back. Lonnie Lyricos back the other direction. Lyricos down the left-hand side, rifles one off the post on the far side, and then came right out to the near boards. It's picked up there by Kyle Powell. Powell slid it forward. That one intercepted and sent back out by Christopher Hayes, or CJ Hayes as we know him here in Watertown, as he knocked that one down, and we'll get a stoppage in play. Knocked down the pass with a high stick, and we get a break. And it looks like the Wolves are going to get a penalty here, David. I missed that one all the way around.
As did I, Jeff.
So the Wolves are going to get their first power play of the evening. Jay Krupp coming over and setting down for the Columbus River Dragons. Watertown this year on the power play have had 113 power play opportunities, 28 power play goals for a .248 power play percentage. On the other side of that, Columbus has been shorthanded 133 times. They've allowed 23 power play goals for a .827 penalty kill. So Jay Krupp getting the penalty. Too many men on the ice. Quick shot coming. That one turned aside by Rutledge. Goes up and out of play, and we'll get another stoppage here. Jurich able to rifle that one in right from the blue line and easily turned aside by Rutledge, who saw it all the way. So face off near side, Derek Boudreau is going to skate into the circle for Watertown. He'll go in against Parker Moscow. Moscow's going to win that one to the side, comes skating back out. Boudreau ends up with it, though, for the Wolves. He'll skate to the slot, turns, goes down the right-hand side, drop pass there for Jurich. Jurich holds on to it, gives it back to Kyle Powell, near side, skates in about 18 foot out, lets a shot go. That hit a leg. We're going to rebound all the way back out to neutral ice area. Gathered up there by Tyler Jurich. He'll drop the puck for Sonstable. Sonstable gives it right back. Now the out pass comes to the near side. It'll be Jamie Lucas down the right-hand side, or down the left-hand side, excuse me. He'll send that one all the way around. It got knocked down on the way through. Wyatt Trumley able to knock that one down. Gathered up by Sonstable. Had it poked away off the end of his stick by Hayes. Hayes able to take it away. Now skating back the other way, coming down and letting the shot go. Moscow got him to the near side. Put it back onto the far side, and Trumley put one right into the glove of Pominville. We get a break in the action. So both goaltenders tested early here in the first 3 minutes, 10 seconds of the game. Faceoff's going to go to the far side. Chase Follis going to skate in against Derek Boudreau. Follis won that one back to the blue line, sent right back in, and then turned aside. That was L.A. Shapitzin, former Watertown Wolf, won a championship here a couple of seasons back. Tim Santapalo in on the play, another Watertown Wolf, former Watertown Wolf. There's a lot of them out here on the ice, David.
Oh, absolutely. I think we counted 9 former Watertown Wolves, and I think 7 are former champions.
Down into the corner, the puck will go L.A. Shapitzin gets tangled up with Derek Boudreau. Far side, Shapitzin able to dig it out, slides it out, but it's gathered up by Michael Desjardins. He'll give it back to Kyle Powell. Powell deep to Jurich. Jurich steps in, fires a shot. Rutledge able to find that through a crowd, turns that one to the side, and then sent all the way down the ice. Pominville out of his goal will send it out to Kyle Powell. Near side, long outlet for Jurich. Jurich touches up to Sherman. Sherman tried to get it back. Puck got up off the ice. Jurich couldn't handle it, but he'll end up with the puck in the corner anyway. Put it back in front. Dallas Desjardins was there, couldn't turn it towards the goal. Now a battle. Corey Sherman, far side, gets tangled up with Jake Howie for the loose puck. Sherman's going to come away with it for Watertown. He'll put the brakes on in the corner. Krupp right there all over the back of Dallas Desjardins. The penalty is over, and we are back to all even. Puck gets sent around the dash to the far side. Yanni Lyricos able to slide that one back to Krupp. Krupp's going to lift that down the ice. Should be an icing call, and yes, it will be. Well, as we said, a lot of Watertown Wolves, former Watertown Wolves here, a lot of former champions in the building. And my good buddy, Anton Lenartson, just skated by. And while we're thinking about it, got to say hello to his beautiful bride, Brittany Bledsoe Lenartson, down there in Georgia. She stayed home in the warm weather, but they got married here in the offseason. Congratulations to them. Both great people, and I'm very happy for them. And we miss seeing Brittany up here with us in the crowd. She used to sit right over to our right and root for Anton and the Wolves, and just want to say hello to her. I had a great chat with Anton a little bit earlier. Puck comes out on the far side. Lenartson's going to chase it from there, but it gets turned right back towards neutral ice, gathered up by Jamie Lucas. Lucas lifts that one into the offensive end. That's going to rattle all the way around the backside. Lyricos goes to pick it up. He'll skate out on the near side. Now he'll go towards center. Try to get a pass to Lenartson near side. That one broken up and then sent back across. Liam Little's going to pick it up for Watertown. Scott Dorian, just signed by the Wolves, broke up that outlet pass, able to get it back over. Marvin Powell comes out. They back one into the offensive end again. That one grabbed up by Preston Kugler. Kugler right back to neutral ice. Ivan Bondarenko down the far side. Bondarenko, a nifty little move. He'll try to come to the near side. Centering pass to Hayes. That one got tipped away. Clauston kept it in the offensive end, but now Jamie Lucas going to end up with it. And a nifty little move by Lucas to get into the offensive end, but there's only one red sweater. He should say surrounded by a bunch of white sweaters, and the Wolves are going to get a penalty again, or get another power play, I should say.
Great individual effort by Jamie Lucas to beat them man, causing Leorakis to hook him a little bit. And now the Wolves back on the power play. Great move by Lucas.
The Tim Santapalo, former Wolf. I'm going to say that about 150 times tonight. Santapalo sitting down, or it's my part, I'm sorry, that's Yanni Lyricos that got sent over. I thought Santapalo was coming to the box. Yanni Lyricos into the penalty box for holding. Puck sent all the way back down to the other end. Gathered up behind the Watertown goal by Kyle Powell. He'll skate out on the near side. Hayes pokes it away, but it's gathered up by Michael Desjardins. Desjardins down the right-hand side. Drop pass there for Boudreau. Boudreau puts the brakes on. He'll turn on the far half court. Centering pass to Jurich. Oh, my God, a one-timer to Jurich, and Jared Rutledge somehow was able to find that one and makes a huge save. Jurich was looking, from our viewpoint, had a wide-open half of the goal. And somehow Jared Rutledge slid over and took that one away.
Oh, absolutely. Wolves got to find a way to beat Rutledge, because if he gets on a hot streak, it's very hard to beat.
So face off near side. Derek Boudreau into the circle. Comes out to Kyle Powell. He'll give it right back to Michael Desjardins. Desjardins drops for Jurich. Jurich put it in front to Boudreau. Now it goes over to Powell far side. Skips over his stick. Tried to get it back and hits Chase Follis. Follis able to slide that one out to center ice, so the Wolves have to get back on side. Jurich sends it cross ice. Michael Desjardins sneaks in right-hand side, drops there. Fanned on the pass and had to gather back up. Wolves come back out to center ice with 1:03 remaining in the man advantage. Second power play opportunity of the evening for Watertown here. Early going of period number one. Drop pass for Jurich. Jurich's a nifty little move, put it in front. Dallas Desjardins couldn't get the stick on it again. They had Rutledge out of shape and couldn't put the puck behind him. Jurich comes right out in front, slid it into Boudreau, tipped it up, and it went to the far side. Boudreaux gathers up behind the Watertown goal, sends it out. Dallas Desjardins near side, steps out towards the face-off circle, drops it there for Powell. Powell gives it back to Boudreaux, comes back to Powell. Powell drops it in deep. Jurich puts it in front. Boudreaux couldn't put a stick on it. Cole Sonstable settles the puck down far side, gives it back to Powell. Powell to Jurich. He rifles one, and a huge rebound as he missed. That went all the way down the length of the ice. 16 seconds left in the Watertown man advantage. Pominville out of the goal to settle the puck down. He'll leave it for Cole Sonstable. 10 seconds left, man advantage. Wolves looking for one more rush up the ice. Cole Sonstable comes towards center. He'll lift it in. Cam Dimmitt watches it go by, and then Aslan goes to pick it up. David Aslan just signed by the Columbus River Dragons this week. Into the lineup here this evening. Marvin Powell is going to gather up the loose puck for Watertown. Anton Lenardson in for checking. Puck comes around to the near side. Gathered up and sent all the way across ice by Scott Dorian. Dorian, one of those guys that we said, David, just signed with the Watertown Wolves. You and I saw him back in the locker room earlier. Didn't get a chance to talk to him, but that's a big kid.
Oh, absolutely. Very muscular kid. Very strong on the puck. Very crafty. It's going to be a good addition here to the Watertown Wolves.
Face-off circle, Corey Sherman's going to win it from Patrick Moskow back to the corner. And then Marvin Powell's going to end up with the puck near side for Watertown. He'll lift it past Dorian out towards the blue line, but Aslan sent it right back in. Now goes far side, and Marvin Powell slides it over to Liam Little. Little takes a huge hit on the far side, and then he's going to get hooked by Jay Cowie. And official standing right there, no call. They both gave each other a little shot. So a little tit for tat, no problem there. Everybody skates away. 11:33 left, the opening period here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. The Columbus River Dragons in the house for 2 games. Puck will drop at 7:30 again tomorrow evening. And we ask you to join us right here on the Watertown Wolves YouTube page, or even better, come visit us here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. Marvin Powell back to action, settles the puck behind, slides it out. Jamie Lucas goes down the right-hand side now. L.A. Shapitzin keeps an eye on him, takes him to the boards. Puck came right back to Lucas. Lucas slides it in front to Boudreaux. He'll 44, and that goes off the blocker of Jared Rutledge. Big rebound near side. Hayes skates out with it, sends it cross ice. That one settled down. Quick shot coming, turned aside by Pominville. Loose puck in behind. Dimmitt goes to pick it up for the Dragons, but it comes out on the near side. Patrick Moskow had it, slid it out to Clauston. Hayes sends it cross ice. Settled down to Shapitzin. Shapitzin back to Hayes, and he missed on the near side on a nice wrist shot. Now Clauston's going to rifle one. That's going to go off a leg. Goes to the corner. Pominville lost sight of it for a second. Puck gathered up there. Wolves look to skate with it. Coming out far side, headed up ice. Natras had it, slid it into the Watertown, into the Columbus end, gathered up there, and then turned back towards the other direction. As Clauston's able to skate out with it, sends it cross ice. Moskow down the near side, and they're going to be offside. Croup in about a half a slide ahead of the play, and we'll get a stoppage with 10-12 remaining in period number 1 here, just about halfway gone, the opening frame here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. Well, David, I think this is what we expected when we saw the teams coming in here tonight. You look at the talent on either side. We knew it was going to be an evenly matched show.
Oh, most definitely, Jeff. Columbus is doing a high forecheck tonight, trying to force mistakes down in the Watertown zone. Luckily, Watertown's able to keep an eye on it and not make any mistakes. Overall, both teams playing very solid hockey so far.
The icing on the Watertown Wolves is going to bring the puck all the way back down into the Watertown end here this evening. Chase Fowlis and Derek Boudreaux skate into the face-off circle again. Boudreaux is going to win that one back to the corner. Michael Desjardins will turn with it, but right in front of him was MJ Graham. Graham took it away and they gave it to Croup in front, and the shot goes off the stick of Pominville and up and out of play. Well, we got a timeout on the ice here. 9:52 remaining, the opening period here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. Don't forget to join us post-game, ladies and gentlemen, for the 9-Round Fitness Player post-game report right here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. 9-Round Fitness at 21290 County Route 202 in Watertown. Check them out online at 9round.com. That's the number 9round.com. Get fit, never hit. 9 Round Fitness, official sponsors of our post-game player report. Once again, if you joined us here on Tunes 92.5, 104.5, glad to have you here with us on the radio this evening. If you couldn't get here or can't watch online, you can't get here every Friday night, don't worry. Tunes 92.5 has got you covered for all our home games on Red Fridays. Tune in and listen to all the action live. Don't forget, listen to Johnny Keegan every Wednesday at 5 o'clock for the Coach's Corner with Coach Paul McLean and some of your favorite players. Listen to Tunes 92.5, 104.5 during the week for your chance to score game tickets. Tunes 92.5, proud sponsors of Red Fridays here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. Back to action, puck into the Watertown, into the Columbus end again. Watertown able to slide it forward. Trumbley sent that one cross ice, broken up, and then it came right back onto the stick of Graham. Graham comes in, lets a shot go, big rebound off Pominville. Puck came right back again. It's loose in front. Pominville knocks it down, and then a huge shot on the goal. Pominville got down on his butt, couldn't get up. The puck was about 15 feet out to the right side. And Jay Krupp saw the top of that goal and just rifled it to the top of the cage. And the River Dragons are going to draw first blood here this evening. Jeremy Pominville, big rebound, had to make a couple of saves, then got down on his butt. And there was just no way he was going to stop Krupp right there.
Absolutely. Unfortunate bounce. Went right to Krupp, gave up a similar goal against Danbury, but got to shake it off. Still got a lot of hockey to go.
So off the face-off back into the Columbus end. Puck turned around there. Sent out on the near side. Bondarenko had it. Drop pass there. Sent it back to Howie. Howie's just going to lift it into the offensive end. The Wolves will give chase. Vladimir Port grabs the puck. Tried to get it in behind. It got knocked down. Cole Sonstable has to fight back and pick it up. He and Santa Paulo get together. Little pushing and shoving. Nothing there. So they'll both skate away from that. Neither of them looking to go. So the faceoff is going to go just to the right of Jeremy Pominville. Corey Sherman's going to skate into the faceoff circle against Lyricos. Lyricos won that one to the side. Puck loose, far side. Yanni Lyricos in a battle. Vladimir Port trying to take it away from him. Lyricos can end up with it, but Sherman took it away. And then the outlet pass hit Lyricos, came right back. So Asselin settles it down, slides it towards Howie. He'll just dump it into the corner. Jake Howie sent it cross ice. Lyricos coming back to pick it up, but then very quickly Cole Sonstable skates out of the defensive end, slides the puck forward. Wolves will give chase from there. Dorian goes to back to pick it up. Drop pass in behind for Jamie Lucas. They're going to get tangled up. Lucas is going to fall down. Dorian comes out, tried to get a backhand pass. That hits in Apollo on the leg, so the puck stays in the Dragons end, but the River Dragons control the puck. Jake Howie sends it near side. David Aslan had it. Aslan get it over to Lyricos, who got it out to center ice, and it was broken up, sent right back in. Jake Howie has it. Dallas stays Jarley in forechecking. He'll chase to the corner. Puck goes back in behind. Jake Howie again controls the puck in behind, send it back to the near side. Now the outlet pass comes right onto the stick of Cam Dimmitt. Dimmitt on the horse. Comes down, drops it for Hayes. Hayes tried to give it to Moskal on a nifty little pass. That one broken up. Now the Wolves able to go back the other way. Marvin Powell gets it down to the offensive end, pokes it towards the goal as he lost the puck for a second, and then it comes right back out. Wolves are offside, so they had to get back on. On the delayed offside, Parker Moskal sent it cross ice, gathered up here near side, and the Columbus River Dragons going to be offside. Well, the conversation with a lot of the Columbus players today when they got here at the Watertown Municipal Arena was it was 60-some-odd degrees in Columbus, Georgia today, and it was, -2 this morning here in Watertown. It's supposed to be about -10 tonight when we walk out of the building.
And I think every single player said no.
Out on the far side, Sonstable slides it into Boudreau. Boudreau deep down in the corner, faked the shot, now he'll turn. Clauston has him tangled up in a battle, puts the stick across his back. Now he's going to take Boudreau down, no call, and somehow Boudreau ended up with the puck. But the crossing pass got broke up, sent back in. Chase Follis was giving chase. L.A. Shapitzin goes back to pick it up for the River Dragons in behind his own goal. Zippy's going to hold the puck there. Now he'll come to the near side. gives it to Graham. Graham slides it off the boards all the way down to the offensive end, and icing will be called. 6:44 remaining the opening period here from the Watertown Municipal Arena, and quite honestly, Dave, it's hard not to get excited about this game. You're kind of obviously rooting for our boys, but it's nice to see the other guys on the other side too.
Oh, most definitely. All the players and fans really close here in Watertown, so obviously you're going to still have that connection when you've seen them here for the past 3 years. It's very nice to see some of the former Watertown Wolves.
So the faceoff is going to go all the way back down into the River Dragons end of the ice. Derek Boudreau going to skate into the faceoff circle, and waiting for somebody on the other side to skate in with him. And a conversation with the officials. A couple of the River Dragons players having a conversation with one of the officials, so a little delay on the restart here. And looks like the Dragons are going to be able to get a late change here. And that may have been the conversation when they were trying to get a change. So they will get wholesale change out here as we get ready to go back at it. Yanni Lyrikos into the circle for the Dragons against Derek Boudreau. Boudreau won that one right back, but it came right onto the stick of Bondarenko, and he'll send it back to his own corner. And then it's turned there. Moscow had it for a second. Boudreau took it away. Boudreau gets tangled up, though. Lifts that one in behind to Jurich, in behind the goal. Jurich lost it for a second as Kugler was right in his face. As he turned around, no, Bondarenko slides it out to Lyrikos. Far side, Lyrikos, long outlet pass for Lenartson. That hit a body, never got through to him. Now Boudreau's going to end up with it, but Lyrikos takes him to the boards. Gathered up there, long outlet pass, a little too hot for Boudreau to get to. Now Lenartson down the right-hand side, stops, puts the brakes on, slides it down to Bondarenko in the corner, and the outlet pass was tipped and goes all the way back out to neutral ice area. Trumbley had the puck there. He'll send it to the near side to Kugler. Kugler gives it right back, far side to Trumbley. Trumbley, long outlet pass. Lenartson has to catch it on the backhand, going into the zone backwards, and then centering it to Lyrikos. He got taken off the puck by Cole Sonstable. Sonstable, a huge hit on Lyrikos, then lifted into the offensive end. Kugler tried to settle it down. He'll rifle it off the glass, and Sonstable out, settles the puck down near side for Watertown. He'll give it cross ice. Puck gathered up there by Justin Natras. Natras sends it in the offensive end, but it was broke up and now tipped back the other way, so icing will be waved off. Marvin Powell comes right out behind his own goal, skates right around, puts the brakes on. Hayes watching him. Now he'll send it to Natras near side. Natras tried to bracket out of the zone, but David Aslan sent it in. Moskal kept it in, sends it across the goal mouth. Cam Dimmitt there couldn't put a stick on it for Columbus. Now the long dump in, missed to the top side, but pinching in was David Aslan, so the puck goes all the way around. This one does get outside the blue line. The Jake Howie has to retreat back into his own end, gather up the puck. He'll send it back to Cam Dimmitt. Dimmitt tried to backhand it ahead to Hayes. That one was broken up. Now it goes right onto the stick of Jamie Lucas. Lucas dropped the pass, came in front. Liam Little couldn't handle it, got tied up. Had a beautiful opportunity, but a great defensive play by Cam Dimmitt, getting on the back check, lifting the stick up. Didn't allow it. Now Dimmitt right back the other way, and the Columbus River Dragons are going to be offside. In ahead of the play was Parker Moskal. So continue to hold a one-goal lead right now, the Columbus River Dragons. 4:29 remaining in the opening period here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. Shapitson sends it near side. Graham's just going to touch it in the offensive end. Follis goes to pick it up. Follis in a battle, loose side with Sonstable. Comes out to Clauston. Clauston rifles one. That goes off the blocker of Jeremy Pominville. Wolves able to gather up a big rebound. It bounced way out in front, but then they were able to get it back out to center ice. Now it's gathered up, sent to Chase Follis. Follis all by himself, two defenders. He'll just send it right through him. Takes a huge hit from Vladimir Port. Chase Follis ends up on his backside, had to pop back up. Puck comes out to Clausen at the point, near point, sent it right back in. Graham takes it to the corner, tried to slide it in behind the Watertown goal. Follis cheats in on the far side, and the Wolves with a chance to skate on the near side. Michael Desjardins back to the attack as he'll slide down the left-hand side for Watertown. Had it poked off his stick, and Alex Shapitsin's going to end up with it. Shapitsin's long outlet pass broken up to a former line mate. Justin Coachman took that one away from him and sent it right back in to the offensive end, and the Wolves are going to get wholesale change here with 3:20 remaining in the first period. Puck near side, San Paulo just slides it up front for Bondarenko. Bondarenko put it in front, and Yanni Lyrikos got the stick on it, and somehow Jeremy Pominville was able to break that one up and send it to the corner. Lyrikos standing right on top of the goal, and Pominville took that one away. Marvin Powell brought it around and got sent out to center ice by Kyle Powell, and then it was knocked down there, gathered up. Defensive end now skating out. Trumbley down the near side, taken off the puck by Marvin Powell. Powell's going to end up with it on the far side. Comes out behind the Watertown goal, just going to lift that off the boards, and that one intercepted by the River Dragons. Sent back into their own end. They'll turn with it there. Lyrikos holds on to it, slides it forward, tried to get it to Santa Paulo. That was broken up. Natras has it. He'll come towards center, just lifted that one into the corner. The Wolves getting a change here as the puck goes deep into the River Dragons end of the ice. Puck comes out. C.J. Hayes near side, settled it down. Sherman took it away, sent it right back to the offensive end. The Wolves keeping the pressure in the offensive side of the ice, but not getting a lot of quality shots at this point. Hayes down the near side. Coachman takes it away, slides it to Desjardins. Michael Desjardins got it to Dorian. Now Dorian with an opportunity down the far side, trying to get a nifty pass to himself. That one broken up, got a little too fancy with it, but he'll slide it out, tried to get it ahead to Coachman, and that one broken up. Puck goes right back the other direction as Parker Moscow is able to take it to the offensive side. Puck loose right in front, and they tried to wrap around, and it came right back. So it's picked up by Dallas Desjardins. He'll send that one off the back dasher. Rutledge out of his goal, tried to send it to the corner, and then a couple of red sweaters crashing down. He covered it up, gives a stoppage in play with 1:30 remaining in the opening period. Faceoff's going to come to the near circle, just to Jared Rutledge. Right-hand side, Derek Boudreau skating into the circle for the Wolves against Chase Follis. Follis won that one back to the corner. Gets sent all the way around. Krupp handles it far side. Almost had it taken away. And it will get intercepted at neutral ice as Boudreau takes it away. He'll send it back into the defensive end. Vladimir Port able to poke it forward. Puck comes in. And Derek Boudreau got taken off. Boudreau tried to get a little too fancy to get the puck in behind the defense and hit a leg with it. Now Boudreau gets it back one more time, but it's broken up from there. Sent back out to neutral ice. Just under a minute to play. Opening frame here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. Follis has it. He'll slide it cross ice. Now it came right back to the near side. Gathered up once again by David Aslan. Aslan trying to slide it forward. Does get it in the offensive end. Graham comes down the right-hand side. Centering pass coming for Krupp. And a huge save by Pominville. Off the shoulders. Krupp was able to get that one up into the air again and had an open side. And Rutledge did a beautiful job to get the arm over in front of it and take that shot away. 21 seconds left in period number 1. Michael Desjardins fell down, looked for a call. Nothing there. So the Wolves have lost the puck out to neutral ice. Now comes back to him once again. He'll gather it up, slides it by Ali Shapitsin. 6 seconds left. Down into the offensive end, then gathered up. Comes right back through neutral ice, and that's going to do it here for period number 1. That'll bring an end to it. And now a couple of guys getting tangled up behind the goal as Anton Lenartson and Marvin Powell have a couple of words with each other. Lenartson in there when Pominville came out to pin the puck up along the boards, and really nothing there. And now, as everybody started to skate away, Lenartson went after Cole Sonstable, gave him a little shot on the back. So temper's starting to flare here at the end of period at number 1. And Lenartson and Coachman, 2 former players, they'll come together and get a little hug it out there, and everybody will skate away. Marvin Powell still having a few words with Anton Lenartson, but that will bring an end to period number 1 here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. The only goal of the evening belongs to the Columbus River Dragons, as Jay Krupp was able to put one rooftop here early in the game at the 10:40 mark. Preston Kugler and MJ Graham assisting on that. Even strength goal that made it 1-0 at the end of the period. Wolves had 2 power play opportunities. They're 0 for 2 here in the first period of play. The Columbus River Dragons yet to have a power play here this evening. And shots on goal, as we said, Watertown getting the puck in the offensive end a lot, but not getting quality shots. River Dragons out shooting Watertown 15-8 through period number 1. So, David, I think that's the big thing you're looking at right now. The puck is in the offensive end. The Wolves have done a great job of keeping it down there. Problem is, only 8 shots on goal.
Yeah, those 8 shots were all solid shots on goal. But like I said earlier, if you let Rutledge get on a momentum swing, he's very hard to beat. As we saw that last season down in Carolina, playing a team that is almost unbeatable, was able to get the win down there. So you don't want to give Rutledge that big confidence booster, because then you might as well skate away, because you're not going to be able to beat him.
As we said, a lot of former Watertown Wolves, and we said we talked about that a lot tonight. But there's that little bit of rivalry, so you're seeing some heated play up and down. Nobody wants to come up on the short end of this thing tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Each team's trying to establish their dominance here, trying to get some much-needed points, because definitely Columbus needs the points, because right now they're at the 4th seed, and it comes down to playoffs 1 versus 4. They'd have to play Carolina first round, so most definitely. And Watertown needs to try to gain some momentum on Danbury. With them trailing right now, definitely the Wolves need to take advantage of it.
Well, we're taking a look around the Federal Prospect Hockey League here this evening. Full slate of action around the league. The Elmira Enforcers visiting the Danbury Hat Tricks. Danbury been one of the hotter teams the last few weeks around the league, but tonight the Elmira Enforcers lead 4-1 in the second period there in Danbury, Illinois tonight. And remember, we were talking about Ahmed Mahfouz. Mahfouz trying to set the 800-point mark tonight. He was 1 shy earlier after scoring 2 goals in Danbury this evening. And right now, David's over there checking it out on the computer. He's going to see where we're at there. In other games, in Mentor, Ohio, the Mentor Icebreakers take on the Danville Dashers tonight at home out of Danville, Illinois. And the Mentor leads 2-1 in Mentor, Ohio here this evening. The Port Huron Prowlers are in Battle Creek, Michigan, taking on the Battle Creek Rumblebees. And Port Huron out of Port Huron, Michigan with a 2-0 lead early in that game. And down in Carolina, in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, the Carolina Thunderbirds hosting the Delaware Thunder. And it is 2-1. Delaware leads the home Carolina Thunderbirds. David's got some news for us over here.
It is official. Ahmed Mahfouz has hit his 800th point, and actually he's exceeded it. He is at 801, because now he has 2 goals and 2 assists.
Unbelievable.
It is 4-2 Elmira now. Congratulations to Ahmed Mahfouz.
Yeah, congratulations, Ahmed Mahfouz. We said he's one of those guys, when he's on the ice and he's on the other team, you hate seeing him in your building. But then you get to talk to him in the hallway after. He's a nice guy, great hockey player. He spent a long time now in the Fed, and he's made his mark definitely.
Oh, absolutely. 800 points. That's almost like an Alex Ovechkin here in the Fed. That just shows how good of a player Ahmed Mahfouz is, where he's been. I think he's won 4 championships as well.
You know, put that in perspective here. We've got a guy on our team who's been here for 5 years now. He's won a championship. He's played in 3 different professional hockey leagues. We're talking about Kyle Powell. And a few weeks ago, Kyle Powell scored his 200th career professional point. And like I said, and he's been a pro for a long time. So just to kind of put that in perspective, obviously Ahmed Mahfouz has been here a lot longer. But that's 800 points is a huge, huge mark.
Oh, absolutely. That's like almost over 100 points a season here in the Fed. We have Tyler Jurich, I think last year hit 300. So it just shows how much Ahmed Mahfouz has been a crucial part of every team he's played. Captain of every team he's played. Great player. And again, congratulations, Mahfouz, on your 800th point.
Well, 1-0 after 20 minutes of play here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. We're going to take a short break here. Your Wolves trailing after the first 20 minutes of action. Glad you could join us here on Tunes 92.5, 104.5 in Watertown, or on the Watertown Wolves YouTube page as we bring you all your Watertown Wolves action here this season. For David Page, my name is Jeff Barrett. Don't go away. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Fans, it's time to give a shout out to some of our sponsors.
I can't adjust it.
Five-Star Nutrition, Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield, YMCA, Paisanos Pizza, Samaritan Medical Center, Buffalo Wild Wings, Auto County, the Watertown Savings Bank, Northern Nurse Practitioners, Woodcook Rental Homes, The Elks Lodge, McCabe Supplies, Lex Lumber, the Watertown Daily Times, Ice Chopper and Market 32, along with Deep Meat Market and Sons. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Fans are looking for a good night out the Wolves game, but welcome ride home after. Clarence Henry Cab is here for you. Fans, for just $6, you can get a ride anywhere within the city limits of Watertown. Call Clarence Henry Cab tonight. 315-277-7500. Fans, don't forget to head over to the Eagles Beverage Beer Garden, where you can pick up a nice cold beer and enjoy the seasonal selections provided by Skew Brewing, as well as a variety of wine. Remember to drink responsibly, fans, thanks to Eagle Beverage and Skew Brewing. Standard Auto Parts, WPBS TV, AT Matthews and Deer, the Whistle Stop Tavern, Black River Paper Company, Texas Roadhouse, Pride and Glory Tattoo. One of our sponsors tonight, 9 Round, along with Impact Nutrition, Watertown Concrete, Ontario Cryo, Storage Made Easy, ABC 50 and the North Country CW, Planet Fitness, and Stevens Media Group Friday 97. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Fans, don't forget to stop at Tully's Good Times following tonight's game. You can check out their menu, wide selection of beer, wine, and liquor. Fans, there's something for everyone. Tully's Good Times is the official post-game party destination of your Watertown Wolves. Ladies and gentlemen, the Watertown Wolves would like to wish a very happy 9th birthday greeting to Harper Brown. Happy birthday, Harper Brown.
Hey, welcome back to period number 2 here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. My name is Jeff Barrett, along with David Page, getting ready for our second period of action between the Watertown Wolves and the traveling Columbus River Dragons here this evening. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Fusillo Subaru in Watertown, located on Outer Washington Street, top of the Washington Street Hill. You can browse online at Fusillo Subaru or visit them on Outer Washington Street in Watertown. Well, I apologize. I'm out of breath. I got caught walking through, took a little break in action here. This place is filled right up, and it was like I was running for office. Had to shake hands with a bunch of people on the way through, guys I haven't seen in a while. And so I'm a little out of breath and a little out of thought here for a second. I'm kind of a fat little guy, so it takes me a minute to get my breath back. So, Dave, an exciting first period. Can't wait to see period number 2.
Oh, absolutely. Let's hope the Watertown Wolves come out with the same intensities that they had, get some goals in, get some more pressure up on the forecheck, because Columbus is applying very heavy forecheck, trying to force those mistakes. Luckily, Wolves aren't making those mistakes, getting the puck and getting a counterattack going. Very exciting hockey to come.
Towards the end of that period, we did see tempers start to heat up a little bit. A couple guys pushing and shoving, and actually at the end of the period, it took a couple of minutes to get everybody off the ice, as there were a couple players having words around here. As we said, these players all know each other really well, and there's a little bit of pride on the line as well as the 3 points tonight.
Oh, absolutely. With the series being split 2 weeks ago, each team's trying to get an upper leg on the other. But like we said, they're here for 2 games, so still a lot of weekend hockey to go. But both teams trying to assert their dominance.
Well, as we talked about the pushing, shoving, and everything at the end of the period, looks like the Wolves are going to start period number 2 on the power play once again, as Anton Lennartson just skated across the ice and had a seat here in the penalty box. And it's funny, he sits down in the penalty box and he's saying hi to everybody, waving to the fans behind him and waving to the crew here that works the game. So he and Cole Sonstable, I guess, are both going to sit down. So instead of the power play, we're just going 4-on-4 to start period number 2. So he said tempers did flare period number 2. The Wolves going from left to right. Again, if you're joining us on the radio, the Wolves in their home red sweaters here this evening, RED. Remember, everyone deployed, honoring the young men and women around the world, protecting our country in our military, and of course our great friends right up the road here at Fort Drum, New York. And a lot of soldiers here with us tonight, a lot of military personnel making it out to the games this year, which is great to see. So 1-0, we get ready to start period number 2. The lone goal of the game coming at the 10-minute mark of period number 1. Actually, it was 10:40. Jay Krupp netted the goal, assisted by Preston Kugler and by M.J. Graham on an even strength effort, and that's the way we ended period number 2. Or period number 1, excuse me. Period number 2, as we said, does start with Cole Sonstabo and Anton Lennartson in their respective penalty boxes. 2 minutes up for each of them for roughing. Puck back down the near side. Desjardins drops it, walked in front, let a beautiful shot go. Rutledge able to turn that one away. Desjardins got a beautiful pass from Jamie Lucas, and then Rutledge made a great save to keep it a 1-goal lead. Puck came to Desjardins gives it back to the far side. He'll let a shot go. Rebound came all the way to the near side and then lifted all the way down the ice, and that will be an icing call. That one just lifted the whole length of the ice. I'm not sure who turned on that on the clear and just rifled that down.
I think that was Parker Moskow.
So the faceoff is going to come all the way back down into the River Dragons' end, and it will be Moskow skating into the faceoff circle against Derek Boudreau. Boudreau wins that one back, sent it to the near side. It gets sent right back around by Natras. Natras sent it behind, but then it's gathered up, listed out to center ice. Kyle Powell has to retreat into the Watertown end. He'll grab the puck there, settle it down. 52 seconds left in the 4-on-4 skate here to begin period number 2. Kyle Powell slides out behind the Watertown goal, comes right through center ice, just slowly taking his time. He'll leave it for Derek Boudreau. Boudreau had it picked away by Ali Shapitsin. Shapitsin now goes from center towards the right-hand side, goes down to the corner. Natras keeps an eye on him, sends the puck around the near side. Cam Dimmitt has it. Dimmitt skates behind the Watertown goal, sends it out front to Clauston. Clauston turns, slides a shot, that one into the glove of Pominville. He'll make the big save to start period number 2. So both goalkeepers with big saves here early in the second frame.
It's good defense by Natras to push Shapitsin to the outside so he wouldn't be able to get the pass across to his man trailing. I think it was Dimmitt.
So the faceoff's coming to the near side of Jeremy Pominville in the Watertown end. Dallas Desjardins won it cross ice. Justin Coachman's going to settle it down. Coachman slides it towards center, give it to Jamie Lucas. Lucas skates down hard into the left-hand side, lets a shot go. Rebound came right back out on the near side. Nobody there in a red sweater, so M.J. Graham's going to end up with it. Graham turns, comes skating out of his own end through center ice. Actually hit his own player, hit Ali Shapitsin with it, and then dropped it there. Sonstabo and Lennartson out, back to all even. Sonstabo right out of the penalty box, takes the pass from Lucas, rifles one, just missed to the top side, and then back the other way. Lennartson comes down the left-hand side, puts one on goal. That right onto the chest of Jeremy Pominville, and Pominville will swallow that one up and will get a stoppage in play. Well, Jeremy Pominville, early part of the year, one of the hotter goalkeepers in the Federal Prospect Hockey League, was actually the goalkeeper of the month back in November, and then he's had some struggles since then, up and down, and not just him, it's been a problem getting the guys in front of him, and he gave up a few goals. They went on a little bit of a losing streak. They got back into it. Tough split here last weekend with the Elmira Enforcers, but able to come away with a gutty overtime win on Saturday night, and we did a post game with Jeremy Pominville, and the kid had a big sigh of relief after that game.
He even admitted he's very, very tired.
Puck comes back to Lyricos, comes down the left-hand side, lost the puck there, got taken off, and took a huge hit from Marvin Powell, but then he's going to come right back onto the puck. Lyricos turns, puts it in front Puck gathered up there by Bondarenko. Came back to Bondarenko off a pass from Howie. Bondarenko gets taken to the boards by Marvin Powell. Powell able to lift that one, and the Wolves able to skate with it down the near side. It is Dorian. He'll drop the puck for Corey Sherman. Sherman tried to backhand it in front. That hit a skate, came out to the near side, and Bondarenko able to lift it down the ice. Going to skip over Marvin Powell's stick all the way down to the end. So Powell has to skate back, pick it up. 16:48 remaining second period. Puck came near side. Derek Boudreau puts the move on Krupp. Now he winds his way through, let a shot go. That hit Trumley on the leg, so it went to the corner. But the rebound gathered up by Michael Desjardins. He'll drop it for Boudreau. Boudreau sends it to Jurich in the corner. Jurich to Desjardins, and a wicked shot from just inside the blue line. And Jared Rutledge able to snag that one out of midair. That thing came through some traffic, puts his big catching glove on it, and keeps it a one-goal advantage for the visitors here this evening. The face-off far side, it will be Derek Boudreau into the face-off circle against Chase Fallis. Fallis won that one, had it right in his feet. Goes in behind, centering pass, came all the way out through. Michael Desjardins tried to put it back in front. Powell's got it in behind, lost it for a second. Now it came right back to Kyle Powell, then Chase Fallis knocked it off his stick. Michael Desjardins sends it deep again, but Fallis intercepted it. Puck comes out, far side, skating ahead, sending it was Kugler into the offensive end. MJ Graham gives chase. Michael Desjardins right on his back. Puck come poked out onto the near side. Boudreau had it. Graham ends up with it once again. Chase Fallis takes it in behind. Now tried to get a centering pass. That one broke up. Puck comes off the near side. Comes out from behind the goal. Fallis has it for Graham had it for the River Dragons. Sent that one back. It was taken away by Watertown. Then that one's going to get lifted out to Kyle Powell. Powell tried to center it. That one hit a skate. And now turning with it is Derek Boudreau, and his pass to Tyler Jurich, and Jurich is going to be called for offside. Got to step in behind the defense, but I think he was in and reached back for the puck. He's going to go over and have a conversation with the official, but the official standing right there had a real good look at it. David, that would have been a huge break, but as I said, I think he backed into the zone, I think ahead of the stick and ahead of the play.
Ref almost hesitated to blow the whistle, but in the end he did.
The puck comes out near side, skating out as Parker Moskow has it poked off his stick by Liam Little, then sent towards center ice, but Ali Shapitzin able to come back, pick it up for the River Dragons. Now slides it forward to Cam Dimmitt. Dimmitt racing down in, and sliding over was Cole Sonstable to take him off. And now the puck comes out to Jamie Lucas. Lucas came through center, had his stick checked, but he's able to slide it into the offensive end. Dallas Desjardins gives chase there, but Shapitzin able to send it back towards center ice. Now it comes off to the near side. Cam Dimmitt had it, overskated, left it for Parker Moskow, and they shoot and score! Moskow slid that across the goal mouth, and crashing in was C.J. Hayes from the right-hand side, and Hayes going to get the redirect right to the back of the goal. And the Columbus River Dragons going to take a 2-0 lead here, just about one quarter of the way through period number 2. Well, C.J. Hayes happy in his return to Watertown tonight, as he'll net the second goal of the evening for the Columbus River Dragons, making it 2-0 here. Goal coming at the 5:15 mark of period number 2. Parker Moskow, I believe, going to get credited with the assist. Puck right the other side. Puck's loose on the ice and then gathered up by Rutledge. Puck sat right underneath him. Michael Desjardins right there trying to stick it home, couldn't get it. And we'll get another stoppage in play. Faceoffs comes to the near side of Rutledge, and ready to drop the puck. And now we got a slight delay again for late line change here. Puck drop, faceoff comes back to the point. Wolves send it right back in. It goes all the way behind. Sherman giving chase there. It comes out through center ice, knocked down. Nobody at the near point, so it does get outside the blue line. Wolves have to skate back, pick it up. Corey Sherman has it. He's just going to lift that one into the offensive end. It comes hard off the back dasher. Kugler racing in, pinches it to the far side. Lenartson went to get it. It was taken away. Came right out in front of one-timer by Michael Desjardins, and Jared Rutledge again just stones him from about 5 foot away and takes that shot off. And Jared Rutledge keeping it a 2-goal advantage here with a couple of huge saves here in period number 2. Dave, the biggest difference between period number 1 and period number 2, we talked about the Wolves keeping the puck in the offensive end. This time they're actually getting shots on goal.
Oh, absolutely. They just got to keep firing because one of these times it's bound to go in.
Puck sent in deep by Cole Sonstable. Turning with it was Boudreau, trying to backhand it towards the goal. Then Boudreau's going to end up with a loose puck, had it poked away. And now 3-on-2 the other direction as Graham went to the far side and tried to reach for it. Had it poked away by Justin Coachman. Coachman gets it ahead to Boudreau. Boudreau into the offensive end, had it poked away. Now he'll battle on the loose puck with Jake Howie. Howie sends it back to Aslan behind his own goal. Follis ends up with it in behind. He'll turn, lift it towards center. Krupp had it for a second. He's going to get knocked down, and the Wolves come right back the other direction. But there's 4 white sweaters back there, nowhere for Watertown to go. Powell went to the corner, got tangled up there, sends it out onto the far side. Graham's just going to lift it cross ice. It's kicked ahead by Sonstable back into the Watertown offensive end, but David Aslan's going to end up with it. Now Aslan races back the other way, and a huge collision between him and Cole Sonstable. Sonstable's going to end up on his backside, but he took Aslan off the puck and stopped that charge to the goal.
Very smart play by Sonstable. Take Aslan off the puck. Unfortunately, when you're going forward, the forward momentum is going to get you when you're trying to stop.
Faceoff's going to come to the far side. It was Liam Little won that puck to the far side, but then it's gathered right back up by the River Dragons. Turning with it, Moscow goes out and shoots. Parker Moscow just skated out to about 8 foot in front, and he goes 5-hole on Jeremy Pominville. And 2 quick goals is going to make it a 3-0 affair here. Not quite midway through period number 2.
Can't give Parker Moscow that much space. He's going to bury it almost every time.
Well, the River Dragons right back to the attack on this face-off. Moscow come in and shot again! Parker Moscow just went cross ice, and he beat Jeremy Pominville to the top right-hand corner. And just like that, it is 4-0, and we're going to see a goalkeeper change here. Well, Will Harvey's going to go into period at number 2 here into the goal. Will Harvey has saw very little action since he's been here in Watertown, since he signed on with the team, and he's going to jump into the action here. Jeremy Rutledge gave up 2 goals 7 seconds apart, and that's what's going to chase him. Both goals by Parker Moscow, one making it 3-0 at 7:02 and 7:09, making it 4-0. Both even strength goals, and you can't put all the blame on Rutledge. I mean, there's been a couple of bad passes. The Wolves haven't been able to get the puck out of the zone. Cole Sonstable in behind the goal, settles the puck down for Watertown. Right now, early in this game, we're not even quite halfway through the contest, and a little bit of frustration and right now a little desperation, I think, too, as another turnover. Puck comes right back in. Lyricos fires one, puts that on. Harvey made the save. Big rebound came out in front. Michael Desjardins able to gather it up. Desjardins comes all the way down, goes to the right-hand side, lets a shot go. Big rebound came all the way back out through. Marvin Powell's going to skate back, picks it up for Watertown, sends it to Derek Boudreau near side. Boudreau comes up the right-hand side, dumps the puck to the corner. Scott Dorian gives chase there, gets taken to the boards, lost the puck, but Boudreau ended up with it. He'll give it right back to Dorian. Dorian sends it back to the near side, but Von Clauston broke that one up, sent it cross ice. Jurich able to keep it up, but Chase Follis is going to end up with it. Now he and Boudreaux battle for the loose puck. Jurich comes in on the far side, and then that one gets lifted out. Justin Coachman couldn't reach it, so MJ Graham came down the near side, gave it to Krupp. Krupp sends it back into the corner. Graham skates right back towards the blue line. Drop pass for Trumbley. Trumbley now down the left-hand side. Skates in behind the Watertown goal. Centering pass went all the way through. Hit a leg on the way out. Graham ends up with it, goes in behind. He's got Vladimir Port keeping an eye on him. He'll send it out to Kugler. Kugler sends it in deep to Krupp near side. Krupp sends it all the way back to Kugler. Long outlet pass missed everybody. Kugler couldn't get to it, so it's going to go all the way back down into the River Dragons then, gathered up there and sent back to neutral ice all the way through. It was tipped, so icing will be waved off. Cameron Dimon able to get a stick on it. Now a quick shot coming. Will Harvey had to slide over and took that one. I don't think he ever saw it, but he slid across the goal mouth and able to get a piece of it with his shoulder. Sent out here, goes off the skate of Derek Boudreaux. Boudreaux gave it to Port. Port gave it back to him. Now Boudreaux tried to give a drop pass to Kyle Powell, and it gets all the way outside the zone. So the Wolves have to re-rack, and they're going to get over on the far side. It's going to be gathered up by Columbus. Sent out to the... Sent right back in. Cam Dimmitt puts the brakes on, tried to give it back to Parker Moscow. Missed the pass on the way out, but it came right onto the stick of Jay Cowie. It looked like the Wolves might have had an opportunity for a break here. Comes back again. Trumbley sends it forward to Bondarenko. Bondarenko gave it right back as Moscow had it for a second. Now it gets out into the far side. That's going to miss everything. That's going to go the length of the ice, and Jay Cowie back to pick it up for the River Dragons. Races out behind his own goal. And now cross ice gathered up by Yanni Lyrikos. Lyrikos backs it in. Rebound came all the way across the goal mouth. Nobody there to gather it up. Lyrikos got the rebound, skated right back in front, and they score! Yanni Lyrikos just slid it right to the front of the goal. And I believe he will get credited with the goal. I'm not sure it was touched on the way through. We'll have to take another look. But it may be Ivan Bondarenko may have touched up on that one. We'll actually wait for the official announcement here. But David, in 10 minutes and 30 seconds, the wheels have fallen off here in period number 2.
I'm speechless, Jeff. I don't know what happened. Obviously, Columbus saw something that Watertown has been doing. Then they're able to take advantage on, I think, 4 goals on the last 6 shots.
Puck all the way around to the far side. Timmy Sanapalo sends that one out. Then he'll take a huge hit into the board. Puck back to the offensive end. Comes back to Jay Cowie. He'll stop. Puts the brakes on. Slides it over in front. That one broken up. Now Jay Krupp able to keep it in the offensive end, though. Gives it back to Lyrikos. Lyrikos turning with it. Drop pass far side. Left it there for Moscow. Delayed penalty is coming, and the Wolves are going to touch up. And the Wolves are going to have their first penalty of the evening, and it will be a roughing call to Michael Desjardins. So Desjardins will sit down for 2 minutes for roughing. Well, let's recap here. We haven't had a chance to go through this. Goal so far here in period number 2. C.J. Hayes at 5:15 made it 2-0. Then at 7:02, Parker Moscow from C.J. Hayes and Cam Dimmitt, that made it 3-0. 7 seconds later, Parker Moscow got his second of the evening, made it 4-0. And then we had the goalie change. And then Jay Cowie is going to actually get credited with the goal, assisted by Bondarenko and Lyrikos. So that's going to make it 5-0 here with 8:30 remaining, period number 2 here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. And these people here in Watertown are dead silent right now, except for the applause for a huge hit right there. But right now, the Wolves getting into kind of a desperation mode, and you got to wonder what's going to happen here. And puck got up into the netting. We'll get a stoppage in play. The River Dragons yelling for a delay of game, but the official waved it off. But now we do have a conference between all 3 officials. Don't think we're going to see anything out of this. No, we will not. And so it'll stay 1 minute 19 for the man advantage for the Columbus River Dragons. 8:14 remaining, period number 2. Shots on goal a lot more even here after the Wolves were almost doubled up in period number 1. It's 8-8 so far. Jared Rutledge has been huge for the River Dragons between the pipes, a couple of gigantic saves. And on the other end, troubles continuing between the goal. Puck come out to Leonard Lenartson, who fanned on the shot. I almost called him Lenny because that's what I used to call him when he was here. Lenartson fanned on the shot, but they keep the puck in the offensive end. Obviously on the power play, that one gets sent the length of the ice. Jake Howie's going to skate back. He'll take it from Jared Rutledge, picks up the loose puck. In forechecking is Jeremy Lucas, but the puck comes right back out on the far side to Lenartson. Lenartson skates in, centering pass came all the way through to Graham. Graham settled it down, let a shot go. Harvey turns that one to the corner. Now it comes out near side again, gathered up by Graham. He'll skate back towards the corner, gave it to Krupp. Krupp rifles one. That hit a body, and the Wolves able to send that one out of the zone with 20 seconds left. Rutledge out of the goal, leaves it for Lenartson. Lenartson backs it out, tipped ahead by Trumbley, all the way down into the offensive end. 9 seconds left. That should effectively kill off the power play. One more good clear down the ice by Marvin Powell will do it. And Michael Desjardins back out of the penalty box. Wolves continue to trail by 5 in a hole right now that they have to find a way to dig out of here. Long outlet pass misses everybody, and looks like we will get an icing call, and yes, we do. So icing on the Watertown Wolves will bring another stoppage here. 6:40 remaining in period number 2. Folks, don't forget, join us post-game on the 9-Round Fitness post-game report. Brought to you by 9-Round Fitness on County Route 202 in Watertown. Check them out online at 9round.com. That's the number 9round.com. 9-Round Fitness. Get fit, never hit. Official sponsors of our post-game report. Puck in behind the Watertown goal, gathered up there by Santa Paula. He's going to get knocked down. Puck came loose, far side, stays in the zone. And finally, Michael Desjardins able to take it away, but then turned the puck over. Santa Paula almost had the golden opportunity, and the Wolves were lucky enough to break that one up. Puck came to Jurich, got up into his face, took the puck right into the mouth. And now it comes right back the other way. Bondarenko to Larikos down the left-hand side. Larikos skates all the way behind the Watertown goal. Centering pass. That missed everybody. And now the Wolves racing right back the other way. And C.J. Hayes is going to beat Tyler Jurich back to the puck. Sends it right back the other way. 3-on-1 for the River Dragons. Bondarenko near side. Gave it to Larikos. And Larikos missed a wide-open goal. Yanni Larikos is going to be kicking himself later. He had a wide open goal near side and slapped at it and missed it to the top corner. So the Wolves dodge a bullet there. This one sent in by Vladimir Port to the front of the goal and then covered up there by Jared Rutledge. And we'll get a stoppage and play. 5:32 remaining in the second period here. Well, David, the one thing that Columbus have been able to do here in period number 2, they have quieted this crowd here in Watertown.
Yeah, getting 4 goals on 8 shots, definitely going to give Columbus an advantage. But still, anything could happen here in the FPHL. Hopefully the Wolves can get a couple in before the end of the period, go into the locker room, make some adjustments, and hopefully get back in this game. Anything could happen.
So we said Will Harvey hasn't seen a lot of action here for the Watertown Wolves this year. He gets in and allows a goal first thing in, and said that wasn't his mistake. I mean, there was a drop pass on the clear in the defensive end, and just a golden opportunity for Columbus to take advantage. We'll take a quick look around the Federal Prospect Hockey League out in Danbury, Connecticut. The Danbury Hat Tricks hosting the Elmira Enforcers out of Elmira, New York. 5-2 there. That game in third period. Elmira continues to lead there. In Mentor, Ohio tonight, the Mentor Icebreakers are hosting the Danville Dashers out of Danville, Illinois. They're knotted up at 2 goals apiece in the second period there. Out in Battle Creek, Michigan, the Port Huron Prowlers taking on the Battle Creek Rumblebees. 6-1 there in period number 2. And down in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, the Carolina Thunderbirds hosting the Delaware Thunder tonight. That game knotted up at 2 goals apiece in period number 2. It's funny, but every time we do the out-of-town scoreboard, I look down to check the scores, and it seems like the Carolina Thunderbirds are always at home. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of road games from those guys here because they have had a bigger amount at home the early part of the season, which means getting going, they'll be on the road an awful lot towards the playoff season. Puck near side, gathered up, came out to Moskow. Moskow gave it back to Clausen. Clausen rifled one that missed to the top corner. Rebound came out to the near side, turning with it. Dropping the pass there with C.J. Hayes for Shapitzin. Shapitzin sent it cross ice. Moskow tried to keep it in, does hold on to it. Has the puck there. Cam Dimmitt had it, now it came back to Shapitzin near side. Shapitzin puts it on goal, and that one right into the gut of Will Harvey, and he'll cover that one up with 4:45 remaining in period number 2 here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. 4 unanswered goals here in period number 2. The story of the game right now, a pretty evenly matched period number 1 and the first 4 minutes of period number 2, and then all heck broke loose. Face-off near side. It'll be Chase Wallace against Derek Boudreau. Boudreau wins that to the side. Natras had it. Tried to send it around. That pass got broken up. Graham had it. Drop pass was intercepted, but Graham skates all the way over, takes the puck away from Powell. Sonstable tried to get it out to center ice. It was intercepted there by David Aslan. Aslan turning with it. Left the puck for Graham. Graham has to go back, though, as Powell comes in, takes it away. Kyle Powell tried to come to the front of the goal and got taken down. Puck squirts all the way through. Krupp able to lift that one, cross ice through the air. Follis gives chase. Lost that one for a second, so turning with it is a Boudreau. He'll turn, puts the brakes on, gathers up the loose puck, comes out of the Watertown end, puts the brakes on, sends it off the boards to the near side. That one intercepted. And M.J. Graham able to skate right back into the offensive end. Centering pass came to Follis. That one was broken up. Jay Krupp able to get the rebound, let a big shot go that was lifted way up into the air. Now it's out to neutral ice again. Kyle Powell able to settle the puck down, sends it back into the Watertown end as they set up from there. Sonstable lifts that into the offensive end, but he's going to hit the rafters way up here as he tried to lift it up into the sky and out of play. 3:34 left period at number 2, David. And the Wolves right now, the problem right now seems to be even getting the puck into the offensive end. Face off, we go back to action. Lennartson, far side, sends that deep into the corner. Marvin Powell sends it in behind, but again, the puck right back into the Watertown defensive end. Now a long outlet pass for Michael Desjardins. Desjardins got behind the defense but couldn't do anything with it. Now he'll come right back out in front, skates. He got hooked, got held up going to the goal. Goal's going to come off the mooring, a little collision, and that's going to bring a stoppage in play. So 3:11 left here. Face off deep into the River Dragons end of the ice. One to the corner. L.A. Shapitzin has it. He'll send it all the way around to Lennartson. Lennartson able to tip that one out of the zone, but it hit a player on the Watertown bench, and we'll get a stoppage in play. So the faceoff's going to come back into the Watertown end. Lennartson arguing that it hit a player leaning over the boards. The official not listening to that argument at all. Puck comes back to the point. Vladimir Port sends one. That one knocked down on Lennartson, breaks in all by himself. Drop pass for Santa Paulo that was broken up, but Shapitzin able to keep it in the offensive end. Now it does get outside the blue line. Clausen able to lift it back in for the River Dragons. In behind, Marvin Powell had it. He'll drop the pass over to the far side for Jamie Lucas. Lucas to Dallas Desjardins. Desjardins turns the puck over, and then gathered up in behind by Vladimir Port. Port has it for Watertown. Comes out to center ice, but it's intercepted again as Santa Paulo slides to Lyricos. Lyricos to Hayes. Hayes down the left-hand side. Centering pass broken up by Vladimir Port. Court gave it off to the near side. Lucas all the way across ice to Desjardins. Desjardins picked up the shoot, they score! Dallas Desjardins from Jamie Lucas. And the Wolves finally a bright spot here in period number 2 on a beautiful redirect from Dallas Desjardins. Able to get a stick blade on it, popped it up into the air over the shoulder of Rutledge, and it makes it 5-1 with 2:16 remaining here in period number 2.
Definitely what the Watertown Wolves needed before the end of the period.
Well, maybe a little light at the end of the tunnel here. See if they get something positive out of this as the Wolves finally able to slide one behind Jared Rutledge. And maybe that's what they need to say, hey, look, we can beat this guy, you know. So the puck all the way back down into the Watertown end. So Jamie Lucas is actually going to get credited with the goal. Puck back into the offensive end for Columbus, though. Turning with it is Parker Moscow. Moscow tried to get a shot off. Cam Dimmitt's going to end up with the rebound, but he's going to get taken to the boards by Justin Coachman. Puck came right out in front. A huge save by Will Harvey. And puck came right back around. Puck comes back across the goal mouth, and now the goal's going to come off the mooring on the far side. Will Harvey. Beautiful save right there, David, and he needed that, or this could have went right back the other direction.
Oh, absolutely. Watertown Wolves are definitely going to have almost a near-perfect third period if they want to get back in this game. Will Harvey making 3 great saves there to keep this game at the score it is, 5-1 Columbus.
Well, the Wolves are going to have to work awful hard here. The final minute 29 of period number 2, and then period number 3 is going to have to be a whole different ball game. Faceoff comes back in behind. Now it slide all the way through. Wolves gathered up there. Turning with it is Cole Sonstable. He'll set it behind to Marvin Powell. He'll settle the puck in behind the Watertown goal. Leaves it there. Nope, he'll hold on to it. Comes out on the left-hand side. Now slides it over to Scott Dorian. Dorian able to lift that thing forward to Liam Little. Little's going to poke it in the offensive end. He'll give chase, but MJ Graham will beat him there. But then sneaking in was Scott Dorian. Dorian able to keep the puck in play. Gets sent all the way around to the far side. Liam Little settles it down. Tried to get it back in front. He'll get tangled up by Preston Kugler. And then a huge hit far side by Sherman on MJ Graham. And I think we're going to get a penalty on it. Corey Sherman will get Sherman's going to get the penalty on the hit on the far side. So Sherman will sit down for 2 minutes. Roughing penalty will be the call. Well, so far the River Dragons have had 2 power play opportunities here this evening. They're 0 for 2 on the night. The Wolves 0 for 3 on power play opportunities. But right now, the last thing the Wolves need trying to get back into this thing is to be shorthanded. Tim Santapalo has it, lifts it down into the offensive zone, and the Dragons are going to be offside here, delayed offside. And Anton Lenenderson was way down into the right-hand side, touched the puck, and I don't think he even realized that they were in offside. So the faceoff is going to come back to the near side, and now they're going to switch it. Just as I said that, David, they went to the other side. So into the faceoff circle is going to be Derek Boudreau skating in for the Watertown Wolves. And not sure who's going to take it here for the River Dragons. Looks like it'll be Yanni Lyrikos. That one won back, came all the way back out to the point. Sonstable just going to lift it on goal. And Rutledge was falling down, so he just grabs it and slides it underneath and holds on to it, gets a stoppage in play. That could have been real dangerous right there. Face off near side gathered up. Lyricos has it, comes out through center. He and Lucas going to get tanged up. Lyricos goes down. And then sliding in, holding on to Jamie Lucas' stick. And now Lyricos and I believe it was Lucas going to get together. Now everybody starts to pair up. As we said, temper starting to flare once again here, the late going of the period. Same thing happened at the end of period number 1. And now here at the end of period number 2, guys pushing and shoving. Penalty box doors aren't open quite yet, though. So the face-off will be cross ice. It'll be just outside the Watertown zone. And there's a lot of chirping going on right now, David. This may get interesting here at the late going of the period.
Almost definitely. Jamie Lucas is Yanni Liriakos jawing back and forth.
Lyricos going to win the face-off forward. He'll go to the corner chasing Cole Sonstable. Sonstable ends up with it, but then a huge hit by Lyricos. Puck comes loose, comes all the way out near side, 6 seconds left. Lennartson swings it towards the goal. That one knocked down. Big rebound came out in front. That'll get lifted the length of the ice, and the horn will sound, and that'll bring an end to period number 2 here in the Watertown Municipal Arena. And once again, it looks like it's going to take a couple officials to help escort players back to their respective dressing rooms, as Yanni Lyricos and Chase Tippin have a couple of words now.
I don't know if that's a smart choice by Liriakos then.
So after 40 minutes of play, we saw some ugly hockey in the middle there as the Columbus River Dragons just opened up the floodgate on the Watertown Wolves and lit them up for 4 unanswered goals before the Wolves were finally able to put one behind Jared Rutledge. Started out the period, the Wolves trailing 1-0. Then C.J. Hayes got a goal at 5:15 of the frame, made it 2-0 on an even strength effort. At 7:02, Parker Moscow from C.J. Hayes and Cam Dimmitt made it 3-0 in favor of the River Dragons on an even strength goal. 7 seconds later, Parker Moscow nets his second goal in 7 seconds, making it 4-0 in favor of the Columbus River Dragons. And then another goal at 10:30 of the period. Jake Howie nets a goal, 5-0 in favor of the Columbus River Dragons. Ivan Bondarenko and Yanni Lyricos get credited with assists on that. And the Wolves at 17:44 finally able to put one in behind Jared Rutledge. Jamie Lucas, even strength goal, assisted by Michael Desjardins. That made it 5-1 in favor of the Columbus River Dragons. Both teams 0 for 3 on power play opportunities here. Period number 2, shots on goal, the Columbus River Dragons 15, the Watertown Wolves 14. Totals for the game, 30 for Columbus, 22 for Watertown. Well, David, going into that period, we talked about the intensity that Watertown needed. After the way the first period went, we said they just need to get a little more opportunities, keep the puck in the offensive end, and that thing twisted and went right back the other direction the wrong way.
Yeah, Watertown Wolves came out very strong first part of the second period, and like you said, once they got that second goal, the floodgates open. The thing is about Parker Moscow, which was a big pickup for Columbus just a couple of weeks ago, you cannot give him that much space, even when he was with the Mentor Icebreakers. Giving Parker Moscow too much space, he's going to bury. He's a very skilled player. He'll be able to pick his spot every time if you give him that amount of time, and that was the downfall for the Watertown Wolves. But like you said, they just came out and the floodgates open, got 4 quick goals. But if they can do it, so can Watertown. Still a lot could happen in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, the guys are going to have to come out of the locker room with a little bit more intensity here. Period number 3. Actually, I don't know about the intensity thing, but just got to control the passes. There was a lot of loose passes that period and some turnovers in the defensive end where you can't allow them.
Absolutely. Columbus's heavy forecheck finally has been paying off for the River Dragons because the Watertown Wolves are being very careless with their passing in the defensive zone. But hopefully, coach is going to make some adjustments. Guys are going to get motivated. Marvin people like Marvin Powell, Chase Stephen going to step up, give their motivational speeches. Hopefully the Watertown Wolves come out. They're going to have to play a near-perfect third period if they want to try to knot this game up.
Well, before we take a break here, we're going to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard one more time here. Period number 3 out in Danbury, Connecticut. The Hat Tricks trailing the Elmira Enforcers 5-2 late in that game in Danbury. Down in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, the Carolina Thunderbirds and the Delaware Thunder skating to a 2-2 tie through 2 periods of play down there. In Battle Creek, Michigan, the Battle Creek Rumblebees hosting the Port Huron Prowlers tonight. The Prowlers up 7-1 over Battle Creek, that game in the second period. And in Mentor, Ohio, the Danville Dashers visiting Mentor tonight, knotted up at 2 goals apiece there in period number 2. So after 40 minutes of play, your Watertown Wolves trail the visiting Columbus River Dragons 5-1 is our score here. 20 more minutes of play. Don't go away, folks. Anything can happen. Don't forget, your Watertown Wolves will be home tomorrow night here at the Watertown Youth Arena, again with the same Columbus River Dragons. Come on down, check it out. Puck drops at 7:30, or you can watch the game here on our YouTube page. We want to thank you for joining us on the Watertown Wolves Hockey YouTube page tonight, as well as Tunes 92.5 here in Watertown. For my announcing partner, David Page, my name's Jeff Barrett. Short break here at Watertown, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Sox guy. You can have them if you want. I'm not eating candy right now. I'm not eating candy right now, so you can have them.
Well, welcome back to period number 3 here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. We get set for our final period of regulation here. The Wolves trailing 5-1 after 40 minutes of play. 4 big goals in period number 2 for the visiting Columbus River Dragons here this evening. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Fusillo Subaru in Watertown, located on US Route 11 South, just on top of the Washington Street Hill. For your next car buying experience, for your next new or used Subaru, check them out online at Fusillo Subaru or visit them on Outer Washington Street in Watertown. That's Fusillo Subaru, official sponsor of our Watertown Wolves broadcast here this evening. Also, we want to thank you for joining us here on Tunes 92.5, 104.5 on the radio here in Watertown for Red Friday night here. Remember, everyone deployed as we honor the young men and women around the world to protect our freedom and, of course, our good neighbors right here at Fort Drum, New York, just outside the city of Watertown. Glad you could join us here tonight. 40 minutes in, the Wolves trailing by 4 goals. My name's Jeff Barrett along with David Page, bringing you through your action here tonight. Dave, the wheels really fell off in period number 2.
Yeah, absolutely. The first 20 minutes were very solid for the Watertown Wolves. Came out still solid, but unfortunately got an unfortunate bounce. Got their second goal, Columbus, by C.J. Hayes. And then the floodgates just opened for the Watertown Wolves, giving up 2 goals in 9 seconds, making it, I believe it was 4-0 at the time, and then getting an unfortunate bounce, getting the goalie switch with Will Harvey, giving up 1 goal. But luckily, Wolves able to jump out, get that 1 goal. Columbus getting a 4-goal period, but the Wolves can do it just as much. Anything can happen in this final 20 minutes, especially with the big leaders that you have in the Watertown locker room. They're going to come out motivated and hungry to try to get back in this game.
Well, the Wolves will be here again tomorrow night at the Watertown Municipal Arena. Puck will drop at 7:30 as one more time the Columbus River Dragons will be in the house tomorrow evening. Next weekend, midweek action here on Wednesday night. The Elmira Enforcers from just down the road in Elmira, New York, will be back in the house on that Wednesday, the 22nd. Puck will drop at 7:30 once again. Friday and Saturday, the 24th, 25th, the Wolves will be on the road. They'll be in Harrington, Delaware, to take on the Delaware Thunder. You can watch those games live on the FPHL YouTube page. The following Wednesday, Watertown back at home once again for another midweek show as they will host the Danbury Hat Tricks on the 29th. That game again will start at 7:30. We'll close out the month at home on the 31st and the 1st with our first visit from the Battle Creek Rumblebees, the new expansion team in the FPHL. Well, both teams making their way back out of the locker room. We get set for period number 3 here in Watertown. Glad you could join us once again. David Page, my name is Jeff Barrett, bringing you our action again. Looking at those scores around the league, nothing has changed here the last couple of minutes, so we get ready for our final period of regulation here this evening.
Very crucial for the Watertown Wolves to kill off this power play for the Columbus River Dragons. Got to be able to stay in this game. They got 1 minute, 18 seconds to go. Hopefully, let's get a shorthanded goal and get back in this game.
Yeah, that's one thing the Wolves have been really good this year, shorthanded goals. They've got quite a few of them on the season.
They got one of the best guys to do it in Jamie Lucas, who leads the FPHL in shorthanded goals.
Well, puck drop to start period number 3. We are back underway. Puck down into the Columbus River Dragon end. Gets sent all the way around to the near side. Trumbull sent it over to the corner. Intercepted there by Derek Boudreau. Boudreau in forechecking. Took it away for a second, but the puck came right back out through neutral ice. Hayes down the near side takes a huge hit from Coachman. Coachman takes him off the puck. Desjardins able to send the puck around the far side, but it stays in the zone. Gathered up by Trumbull, sends it in deep. Centering pass came right back to Parker Moscow. Moscow skates in behind, now skates out. Tried to send it off the side of the goal in a collision by a couple players on the far side. Take the goal off the mooring.
You could see the skill of Moscow trying to get Will Harvey to Barta around the wraparound, then come back on the near side to try to squeak that one in. Very good, solid goaltending by Will Harvey to just maintain his composure and stay on that near side post.
So as David just mentioned, Will Harvey came into the game middle of the second period as Jeremy Pominville got yanked after giving up 3 quick goals. And Will Harvey has allowed 1 goal, but been solid since that point in the period number 2. Follis has it in behind, gives it out to Graham on the near side. Graham settles it down on the half board, slides towards the end line with it, gives it back to Von Clausen out here at the blue line. Goes right back to Graham. Graham centering pass for Krupp. Krupp let it one go. That one turned aside by Harvey. Rebound came right back to Graham. Graham sent it across ice to Krupp. That one was intercepted, but it came back to Krupp again. This one's going to skip over Clausen, stick outside the line. So it comes out to neutral ice area. Centering pass for Graham, sent all the way in. And it's going to be an icing call. That's something you don't want to have when you're on a power play, but only 2 seconds left anyway. Well, faceoff is going to come all the way back down into the into the Columbus end again. 2 seconds left, man advantage. Corey Sherman to his feet, ready to jump back out onto the ice. Face-off one to the near side. Dallas Desjardins controls for Watertown. And then that one's going to get lifted up and out of play and going to hit the rafters up here. I thought maybe it was going to get into the netting and get a delay of game, but it hit the rafter on the way out and stopped it. So that'll wipe out the delay of game. So face-off all the way back down to Columbus end one more time. Dallas Desjardins into the face-off circle against Yanni Lyrikos. Lyrikos wins that one back into the corner. Now it comes back out near side, gathering the puck up, sending it out to neutral ice. Tyler Jurich able to knock it down for Watertown. Intercepted it, gave it to Kyle Powell. Powell slides it in the offensive end. Dallas Desjardins will give chase, but the puck came off to Lyrikos. Lyrikos slid it out towards the blue line. Powell couldn't keep it in. Santa Paulo able to get it out to center ice. Lyrikos down the far side, drop pass for Bondarenko. Bondarenko gave it back to Lyrikos. Lyrikos tried to shoot it from behind and bank it off the shoulder of Will Harvey, and Harvey able to take that one and knock it down. Wolves looking to skate with it. Coming out near side, it will be Cole Sonstable. Lifts it into the offensive end. Wolves going for a change. In forechecking was Derek Boudreau. Puck very quickly. David Aslan back the other direction. Aslan goes right to the back of the goal. Got tangled up in behind. Now a collision between he and Natras. Justin Natras, he got the stick down. He was ready to go. But nothing ever happened from there. Preston Kugler holds the puck in behind the Columbus goal. Sends it out towards the blue line. David Aslan's going to end up with it. He'll send it far side to Dimmitt. Dimmitt slides it back to Moscow. Moscow goes from right to left. Drop pass for C.J. Hayes. Jurich back checking. Able to get the stick of C.J. Hayes and took that away. And a long outlet pass came to the near side. Michael Desjardins very quickly picks it up. Has to skate back towards the Watertown end, though, as they regroup. Now he'll take the puck, comes to the left-hand side, slid it all the way down to the corner. That one broken up on the way in. Gathered up by Wyatt Trumbull, and that's going to get sent all the way down the ice. And icing's going to be waved off. Puck out to the far side, gathered up by Cole Sonstable. Sonstable sends it in behind to Justin Coachman. Coachman lifts that one out to Michael Desjardins. Desjardins tips it forward to Boudreau. Derek Boudreau down the left-hand side, puts the brakes on, trying to get a centering pass. Too far for Desjardins to reach to. He'll get it back to Sonstable. Sonstable put it in front. Nobody could get a stick on it. Puck came out on the near side. Rebound came all the way outside the zone. Back into Columbus end. Trumbley ends up with the loose puck. Skates out, gives it to C.J. Hayes near side. Hayes comes down the right-hand side. Now goes to center. Sends it all the way cross ice. That one broken up by Jamie Lucas. Lucas able to lift that one out of the zone. Came all the way back in, picked up by Mosko. Mosko, a nifty little move, but Marvin Powell able to take the puck away, and the puck's going to come right back the other direction. Gets in behind Clauston, but Sherman couldn't get to it. Mosko wheels back into his own end, lifts it out towards center ice, right to the stick of Jay Krupp. Krupp able to slide it forward, then he took a shot from Scott Dorian. Puck lifted up into the air again, kept into the offensive end by Liam Little. Little in for checking hard on Fallis. And then Clauston able to send it all the way around, does get outside the blue line. So Marvin Powell has to retreat, pick it up for the Wolves. He'll turn, gives it back to Dorian one more time. Dorian tried to slide it forward. That broken up by Anton Lenartson. And Lenartson left it for Graham. Graham back to Lenartson. He fires a shot. And Harvey takes and puts the big glove on it and makes a big save on Anton Lenartson.
Wolves very fortunate. Will Harvey has managed to make a great save there as Marvin Powell got the hit from Lenartson. Very good save by Will Harvey.
So the faceoff is going to go to the far side, and it looks like it will be Dallas Desjardins skating in for Watertown once again against Yanni Lyricos. Faceoff one to the side, came right back off a stick out in front of the Watertown goal. Now Tyler Jurich able to get into the zone on the right-hand side. Takes a shot from Jake Howie, but he's going to end up with a loose puck, but Howie able to turn, sends that one to Lyricos. Lyricos coming up with Lenartson on the near side, gave it to Lenartson. Lenartson tried to give it back. That hit poured on the leg and went to the corner. Santa Paula's going to gather it up behind, sends it back behind the goal to Lenartson near side. That one's going to get lifted all the way out. Back down into the Columbus end. Aslan controls it there. In for checking is Tyler Jurich along with Kyle Powell. Puck comes to Aslan near side. Aslan almost mishandled it, but able to turn with it. Powell right there with him, so Aslan puts the brakes on, sends it cross ice. Gets that one settled down. Lenartson had control, and it was taken away by Jurich. Now backhanded over to the near side. Powell back into the offensive end. Drop pass for Boudreau. Boudreau fired a shot. That one off the blocker of Rutledge. Puck out onto the far side and poked away. Lenartson now with a breakaway far side. Anton Lenartson and Vladimir Port getting back very quickly makes Lenartson alter his shot and miss it to the top side. Some of that was almost in English, what I just said, Dave. Puck in behind, centering pass from Lyricos, broken up. The Wolves look to skate with it again, but that one broken up at mid-ice, and Boudreau's going to get hooked. No call from the official standing right there. Boudreau visibly upset with the official, had a stick wrapped right around his stomach. Puck back the other way. Marvin Powell gets behind the defense, tried to send it across the goal mouth. Nobody there to take advantage for Watertown. It comes all the way back. That one tipped ahead. Marvin Powell, Derek Boudreau skates into the zone, lifts that one in behind the goal. Ali Shapitson's going to settle it down. His long outlet pass for Parker Moscow. Intercepted. Puck goes right back the other direction. Michael Desjardins flying in for Watertown. He's going to get beat to the puck, though, by Trumbley. Trumbley able to get that one out of the zone. Long outlet pass near side for Hayes. Hayes very quickly down the the right-hand side, but the puck taken away. Now Boudreau back the other direction. Skates up. His drop pass for Michael Desjardins was broken up, but Michael Desjardins, great effort to keep the puck in the offensive end. Shot came off, rebound came right back out in front. Michael Desjardins holds on to his drop pass, tried to get the puck in front. It was sent across by Justin Natras, came all the way through. Jamie Lucas there waiting to take advantage. Now Michael Desjardins comes up their side and scores! Michael Desjardins just took the puck, dragged it to the front of the goal, and stuck it on the bottom corner.
That just shows the soft hands that Michael Desjardins has, along with Derek Boudreau. This whole team this year for the Watertown was very skilled puck handlers. Gives the Wolves best opportunity to get some pucks in the net. Wolves are back in this game. Still plenty of time left.
So the Wolves trailing by 3, 12:23 left in period number 3. But the Wolves a lot better opportunities here in period number 3 and taking advantage right there. Michael Desjardins with a pretty goal. Puck sent right in on goal again. Liam Little crashing in from the left-hand side. So Jared Rutledge will cover that one up and bring a stoppage in play.
His sixth goal of the season, scored by number 10, Mike Desjardins.
Face-off one into the corner, gathered up by Jay Cowie. He'll send it around to the near side, gets it out of the zone. A little too far for MJ Graham. David Aslan wheels back, but the Wolves able to push it in the offensive end. Great hustle by Liam Little to get the puck forward. Comes back to Vladimir Port. He'll give it to Sonstable. Sonstable sent it out through center ice. It was knocked down by Aslan. Aslan backs towards his own zone with it. Lost it for a second, and Corey Sherman in a little bit of a collision. Had to get back on side. Aslan wheels towards center with it. Comes right down the center of the ice. Now comes to the right-hand side. Gets inside the blue line, backhand right across the front of the goal. Nobody there in a white jersey. So the Wolves able to come right back the other direction. Scott Dorian just acquired by the Wolves today into the lineup. Able to pick that puck up into the offensive end. Come to the near side. Marvin Powell races back into the offensive side. Now he'll drop pass for Dorian there. Dorian has the puck along the boards. Gets taken in to the corner on a big hit by Trumbley. Trumbley, a big kid, took him hard into the boards. Puck came all the way through, tried to hold it in. Dorian went off his arm and now goes out the far side. Bondarenko comes down, comes right across the front of the goal, sends it in front, and that gets lifted up above the goal in a collision. Bondarenko slides to the boards. Now it comes right back in front. Marvin Powell, who was taken away. Bondarenko slides it towards the front of the goal. That one easily turned aside by Will Harvey. Puck in behind Graham. Tried to get it out in the front. That one knocked out towards center ice. Kyle Powell, a great effort. And now he drops it there for Jurich. Jurich puts one right to the legs of the defense. That turned aside by Rutledge with 10:28 remaining in period number 3 in regulation. Ali Shapitzin able to slide it forward to C.J. Hayes. Hayes puts it down into the corner. Bondarenko sends it all the way around. That one broken up again by the Wolves. And the Wolves with a little bit fresher legs here in period number 3. Derek Boudreau, nifty little move, comes to the front of the goal and tried to slide it over. I don't think Tyler Jurich ever got a stick on it. That looked like it hit a skate or something. But Rutledge able to cover it up and make a stop.
I think he got his stick lifted by C.J. Hayes, not crashing on the back end.
Face off out to the point. Shot rifle, oh, right in the face. We're going to have a timeout here. David Aslan just took the shot right off the face, right in front of the Columbus goal. And immediately we'll head to the locker room. And I'll tell you what, never went down to the ice. That's a tough kid right there.
I think that's the third game in a row a player's been hit in the face by a slap shot by the Watertown Wolves. Just unlucky.
Wow,
that
David
hurts just watching it.
Yeah, Aslan took that one and unbelievably stayed right on his feet and headed right towards the locker room.
It's a big loss for Columbus as Aslan has been playing a pretty solid game tonight.
Face-off one came out to the point. Justin Natras put it in front. That one turned aside off the stick of Rutledge. That's going to get up into the netting. We'll get a stoppage of play. 9:58 remaining in regulation. Timeout on the ice. Our media timeout here this evening. And we will remind you, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to join us post-game for the 9-Round Fitness post-game report. Brought to you by 9-Round Fitness, County Route 202 in Watertown. Get fit, never hit. 9-Round Fitness. Check them out online at 9round.com. That's the number 9round.com. Official sponsors of our post-game report. Well, we got a second. We'll take a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard one more time. The Elmira Enforcers down in Danbury, Connecticut tonight. 5-2 the lead continues to be for the Elmira Enforcers. The Carolina Thunderbirds and the Delaware Thunder still skating to a 2-2 tie late in that game. The Battle Creek Rumblebees trailing 7-1 to the Port Huron Prowlers. And the Danville Dashers now lead 3-2 over the home Menor Icebreakers tonight.
I'm telling you what, Jeff, the Delaware Thunder have been really turning around, sticking with every team that they played, beating Danbury last week and now going toe-to-toe with the defending champions.
Hanging right in there. I'll tell you, we've watched some of these expansion teams. Last year it was Elmira, came into the league and had a great season, got all the way to the Commissioner Cup Championship before losing to the Carolina Thunder. But these teams now, with so much talent in the league, we're looking at it here tonight, the Columbus River Dragons picked up a lot of players in the expansion draft, and they're making it pay off. They've got a great team. It took them a few games to get their legs under them, but now they've got their lines matched up, and they're doing a phenomenal job.
Absolutely. Organization has strong support behind it, so obviously they're going to try and bring a championship back to Columbus.
The face-off came out through center. Now we got a couple of guys getting together as C.J. Hayes and Michael Desjardins are getting a little pushing and shoving, and it looks like they're both going to go sit down. And nope, it'll only be Michael Desjardins. There was two players going at it, and only one's going to go to the penalty box. We had players on both sides throwing cross checks at each other, and Michael Desjardins is the only one that's going to sit down for it. So and now a lot of chatter over there between both teams once again, Dave.
They're antagonizing a beast to be unleashed over there. I would not recommend that.
Well, both teams 0 for 3 on power play opportunities here this evening. And the River Dragons going to get another power play here with 9:22 remaining in regulation, and immediately face-off won by the Wolves. Vladimir Port able to lift that one down the ice. So the penalty to Desjardins, cross-checking at the 10:38 point. Wolves continue to trail by 3. Puck out near side, came to M.J. Graham, taken away by Derek Boudreau. Boudreau get it back to Jamie Lucas at neutral ice, gives it to Vladimir Port down the left-hand side. Port winds up, lets a shot go. Rutledge turned that one to the corner. Puck was loose, a big rebound, came right back out towards center, gathered up there, and sent ahead by Jace Follis. Follis gave it to Krupp. He let a big shot go, missed across ice, and then kept in by Shapitzin, far side. Follis ends up with it, comes back to Lenartson. Lenartson winds up, lets a big blast go. And Will Harvey able to drop down, cover that up, and bring another stoppage with 8:38. 1:16 left in the man advantage. So faceoff's going to come all the way back into the Watertown end. It will be Dallas Desjardins against Yanni Lyricos faceoff circle. Desjardins won that one back to the corner, but it skips over the stick of Cole Sanstabo, so ends up onto the stick of Santa Paulo. He'll leave it for Bondarenko. Bondarenko skates out, drops it to Santa Paulo. Back to Bondarenko, comes near side to Clauston. Clauston drops it down to the corner, gathered up there by Bondarenko. Or excuse me, that was Jake Howie. Now it comes back to Howie. He'll send it deep to Bondarenko, back to Howie. Faces the goal, turns, gives it back to Clauston. Back to Howie, down in deep to Bondarenko. Back to Howie again. And cross ice to Lyricos. Now to Clauston for a big one-timer, and a rebound came right back off the back dasher. And luckily stayed to the side of the goal. Bondarenko has it, turned, lost it. Howie kept it in the offensive end. Centering pass went through. Lyricos tried to put a stick blade on it, but that missed and went up to the top of the glass. Lyricos skates away, drops it down in front, and Bondarenko on the one-timer from Yanni Lyricos, and the River Dragons going to make it a 4-goal lead once again here with 7:47 remaining. Ivan Bondarenko, beautiful pass from Yanni Lyricos, is going to make it a 4-goal lead, 6-2 now, with 7:47 remaining in regulation here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. Well, now we got a couple of guys going at it again, as Parker Moska's going to get tangled up with Tyler Jurich. And they'll have a couple of words with each other right down here in front. So it looks like clearer heads will prevail. They're able to push those guys apart, and should be no call here. So face-off back to center ice to start after that last goal. And again, a couple of players getting together. And now we're going to get a penalty called. And it will be Tyler Jurich for a slash. And that's just pure frustration on Tyler Jurich's part right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Parker Moscow, John, a little bit, but him being the smart one, just letting Tyler Jurich make the stupid penalty. But what you gonna do, Jeff? Got to keep your head.
Absolutely. This point of the game, down by 4, and just a frustration penalty right there. They had a couple of words, and Jurich slashed the stick on the face-off. So we end up shorthanded once again. Right now, 1 for 5 on power play opportunities for the Columbus River Dragons here this evening. And another quick shot just missed to the top side. Will Harvey has to cover that one up, bring another stoppage. 1:42 left in the extra man. So the face-off deep in the Watertown end. Corey Sherman into the circle against Parker Moscow. Moscow's going to win it back to Kugler. Kugler gives it to Lennartson far side. Back to Kugler. Down deep, and now we got a couple of guys tangled up. Here we go. Parker Moscow on his back, getting it taken to him.
Actually, I think that was Cameron Dimon and Justin Natras.
That was Cameron Dimmitt. My apologies. It was Cameron Dimmitt against Justin Natras. And Natras lit him up. That's the only thing the Wolves have won all night, and that was the first fight of the night.
I think that's the first fight we've seen in quite a long time, Jeff.
So both guys going to sit down for fighting, obviously. So
Chase Tippin, I think, is chomping at the bit, shaking his fists.
The problem being right now, they're already down a couple of guys. You don't need him out here to cause one more penalty. So the penalty's up on the board. It will be 5 minutes to Justin Natras for fighting. On the other side, Cam Dimmitt's only going to get 2 minutes. Face-off one, puck came right back in front. Big save by Will Harvey. Rebound out to the far side. Lennartson settles it down just inside the line, gives it to Parker Moscow near side. He'll slide it down deep into the corner. It comes back out to Parker Moscow. Parker Moscow slides towards the center. Sends that one back to Lennartson, back to Moscow, back to Lennartson. Lennartson holds it, shoots, and scores! Anton Lennartson, top shelf right-hand side. And it's 7-2. The Columbus River Dragons putting it on to the home team here this evening.
Nothing Harvey could have done as Clouston cutting across the net just blinded him. Nothing Will Harvey could have done. It was very perfect placement by Lennartson.
So 7-2 our score here, 6:49 remaining in regulation. The Wolves in a big hole here, running out of time. Game number 1 of 2 between these two teams. Face-off goes to the far side. Trumbull had it. Sends it back out near side. Fallis takes it. Slides it ahead to MJ Graham. And then Liam Little takes Graham to the board. They'll get tangled up in the corner. Now they're going to go down. And we're going to get another penalty. And now Chase Tippin and Preston Kugler, former teammates, are going to square off right here in front of us. And Tippin, a lot bigger than Preston Kugler. And they'll exchange a few blows, and now it looks like they'll hug it out and call it a game. Well, something for the home fans to cheer about. They wanted to see Chase Tippin a fight, and they got him. Well, the Watertown penalty box getting a little full over here. Well, this is going to take a couple of minutes for the officials to sort out all the action here. Got 3 guys in either penalty box right now. Over here for Watertown, you've got Justin Natchez, Liam Little, and Chase Tippin. The other end, you got Preston Kugler, MJ Graham, and Cameron Dimmitt, all sitting down. So 3 aside in the penalty box here as the officials continue to straighten this all out. .632 remaining in regulation, and all hell is broken loose at the Watertown Municipal Arena.
I think it's all the frustration, Jeff. Watertown Wolves haven't really answered to the Columbus River Dragons' heavy forecheck, heavy intensity. You got to figure out something how to be able to beat this team, as they'll be back tomorrow night for another 7:30 puck drop. Definitely got to come back with a better intensity, better confidence.
Well, the conversation continues between the officials and the captains down here in front of our viewing point, right in front of us, as a matter of fact, as they continue to have a little conversation to figure this out here. 6:32 remaining in regulation. Well, the fans in Watertown needed something to cheer for tonight, so I guess it had to be in the boxing match, not the hockey game.
Well, when you hear the name Chase Tippin, you only know there's one thing on his mind. As Chase Tippin been playing in Watertown for many, many, many years. Very easily a hometown favorite.
Well, finally, it looks like we've got everything straightened around here. Power play goal was scored by Anton Lenarson. That was at 13:11 of the period, making it 7-2 in favor of the Columbus River Dragons. The River Dragons out shooting Watertown 13-9 here, period number 3. So we get ready to go back to action here. We'll be skating 4-on-4 for the next minute 21. And then the Columbus River Dragons will get an abbreviated power play here. And now another delay here. We're trying to think. Not sure what the deal is here. They're trying to straighten something out with our official scorekeepers here, but it looked like we were skating 4-on-4. Then they sent one of the River Dragons off, so it looked like it was going to be 4-on-3. And I'll have to wait and see what happens here with this little delay in the action. So obviously Justin Natras gets the fighting penalty. He's sitting down. Chase Tippin will get a fighting penalty. The penalty to Liam Little still not listed on the official score yet on our score sheet. But now there's 4 guys sitting in the penalty box for the River Dragons as Jay Krupp is down to the Wolves score! And whatever that penalty was to Jay Krupp, it's over with, just like that.
3 seconds, Jeff. Still got a lot of work to do, though. Oh, he's go.
Well, it looks like Cameron Dimmitt's penalty will be over as well, so he'll head off. So it continues to be 4-on-4 skating right now. Puck turned over defensive end, but the Wolves able to take it away, send it cross ice. Sonstable reaches out for it. Huge collision far side on Ellie Shapitzin. Gets sent back in. Kyle Powell has it behind, giving it back to Derek Boudreau. Boudreau tried to slide it across to Jurich. That was broken up. Sent right back in, now intercepted. A pass for Jurich, fires for him to reach. So it came right back through. Hayes has it. Turns it around 5:51 left, period number 3 in regulation. Wolves trail by 4. 4-on-4 skating continues here for the next minute and 8 seconds. CJ Hayes far side, able to slide it forward to Moscow. Moscow comes in, lets the shot go. That one saved, kicked right up in the air from Will Harvey. And Cole Sonstable has to come back, pick the puck up. He'll leave it in behind for Tyler Jurich. Jurich's going to skate over, take it away, gives it to Derek Boudreau near side. Boudreau had it poked off his stick, so it's gathered up in the defensive end by David Aslan. Aslan's outlet pass intercepted by Boudreau and then taken away by Cam Dimmitt, goes across ice. And then the Wolves looking for a set of fresh legs out here, so they'll go for a change. Down the far side, huge hit in the corner by Michael Desjardins on David Aslan, a gigantic collision. Aslan went down but popped right back up. Now the Wolves look to skate with it. Jamie Lucas back the other way, had his stick lifted into the offensive zone, lost the puck for a second. Now it comes right back to neutral ice. Vladimir Port will gather it up. He'll turn with it there and then he'll come back out with it. Puck back into the Watertown end, pinned up along the board. Yanni Lyrikos in a battle. Now Fallis had the puck slide 3, came right to the front of the goal, and Will Harvey's going to cover that one up and bring a stoppage in play. So we're still trying to get the all the information straightened around on the penalties, but Justin Natchez goes for fighting. Cameron Dimmitt went for roughing. He is off now. His penalty is over. None of the other ones lifted in our scoreboard yet. And now a player down on the ice. That is Derek Boudreau, who got taken down. Puck comes near side. Lyrikos turning with it. He'll get taken up to the boards by Corey Sherman. They'll get in a collision. Hand pass by Clauston was knocked down. Puck gets sent all the way down to the other end. Ali Shapitzin racing in to the defensive end, picks up a puck in his own end, now skates out far side. He'll go down the left, sends it to Lonnie Lyrikos near side, gave it to Lenartson. Lenartson had it poked off his stick back out to center, and then it came onto the stick of Yanni Lyrikos. Derek Boudreau able to take that one away. 3:46 left in regulation. That one not lifted out. Lenartson able to keep it in the zone, lifts it all the way cross ice. Nobody there, but Bondarenko skates over, picks it up, sends it out to the point, comes back to Clausen. Clausen deep to the corner. Lennartson settles the puck down on the red line, sends it back out to Clausen. Clausen sends it cross ice. That one got lifted in towards the front of the goal, hit a body in front, got knocked down. That was Wyatt Trumbley that had it. Trumbley comes back to the slot, gives it over to the far side. Lennartson settles it down, gives it to Trumbley. Trumbley with a big shot. The rebound came right out in front of Will Harvey. Puck got poked way up into the air. Wolves control from there. 54 seconds left in the River Dragon man advantage. Gathered up behind Chase Falla, sends it out to Clausen. Clausen comes to the slot, puts it on goal. That one redirected by Bondarenko and then turned aside by Will Harvey. Lennartson's going to end up with it far side, sends it out to the corner to Trumbley. Trumbley to Clausen. Clausen winds up, tried to put a shot on, but Sherman able to break it up. Puck came right back in, never got outside of the zone. And now Cole Sonstable able to get one, send that all the way around the dasher. That'll get out over the blue line with 23 seconds left in the man advantage. Clausen down the right-hand side, drop pass, near side for Fallis. Fallis shot went off a stick, hit the glass behind. Jay Krupp able to keep it in, gave it back to Fallis, deep on the left corner. Centering pass went through, nobody there. It's going to hit the dasher, come all the way back outside. Trumbley's going to settle it down, skates back into his own end, send it forward. That hit Lennartson on the way out, so the Wolves gather it up. And it's held by Jamie Lucas, far side. He'll get tangled up with Chase Fallis. Now Trumbley's going to come away with it. Dallas Desjardins all over his back. Can't get it. 1:58 remaining in regulation. Puck to the far side. Now gathered up in behind Jay Krupp. Just comfortable to hold it on behind. And now we're going to get a penalty right in front of the goal as Jamie Lucas going to get hauled down. Clausen ends up taking Jamie Lucas down, so the Wolves are going to get another power play here. They're going to get a little more power play here, but the problem is they're only down to 1:49 left, trailing by 4 here this evening. Puck in behind the goal. Jamie Lucas sends it out. Derek Boudreau, far side. Boudreau gives it out to Kyle Powell on the point. Powell to Jurich, near side. Powell wheels right back. They switch sides. Goes back to Sonstable. Sonstable slides it over to Powell. Powell back to Jurich at the point. Jurich puts it on goal. That one turned aside. Rebound came all the way to the corner. Kyle Powell able to gather it up. 1:25 left in regulation. And now the goal's going to come off. And we will get another stoppage. And Chase Tippin heads off out of the penalty box back to the Watertown bench to a raucous applause here tonight from the home fans, the only bright spot of the evening. The boys are going to have short memory tonight, Dave. Turn this thing right back tomorrow.
Oh, most definitely. Get a good night rest, come back, make those adjustments now that they see what Columbus is going to try to do against them. Hopefully they can counter that just like last weekend and come out with a win. It's unfortunate, maybe a little too late for the Watertown Wolves. But we called it, Jeff. We said it was going to get a little chippy here towards the end of this game.
Well, we finally got all those penalties listed up here on the board. MJ Graham went for roughing. Chase Tippin for fighting, Avi Preslin Cougar for fighting, MJ Graham for holding, Liam Little for roughing. Face-off one comes to the near side with Jurich. He'll give it back to Kyle Powell. Powell back to Jurich. Jurich sends one towards the goal. That hit a skate and then gets lifted all the way down the length of the ice. 1 minute remaining in regulation. Kyle Powell's going to skate out from behind the Watertown goal. Just going to backdrop it into Powell. To Jurich. Jurich back to Powell. Sends it cross ice to Boudreau. Boudreau sends it off the boards to Jamie Lucas. Lucas going to get knocked down from behind. So MJ Graham able to lift that one out and send that one down the length of the ice. 35 seconds left in regulation here. Wolves down by 4. That's the way we're going to end it here tonight. End up on the short end. Kyle Powell's going to skate out one more time. Offensive zone, gets inside the blue line, turns to the far side, just sends the puck in deep into the corner, and then it's going to get lifted up and out of play, and we'll get a stoppage. Now, Jamie Lucas and Yanni Lyrikos have a couple of words. It looks like Jamie Lucas is going to sit down for 2 minutes. So Jamie Lucas going to sit down for cross-checking for 2 minutes, David. And this thing got really ugly about the midway of period number 2.
Absolutely. I think the Watertown was just full of frustration, doing careless penalties. They got to be able to keep their heads and able to stay out of the box, because you're never going to win a game when you have too many penalties. The other teams are just eventually going to take advantage of it.
Well, one more go-around. Chase Tippin out onto the ice here with 18.8 seconds left, giving something for the fans to cheer about one more time. The face-off deep into the Columbus end, as we do get a penalty on both sides now. So Jamie Lucas sat down for cross-checking. Jay Cowie's going to go for slashing. So minors on both sides. So the Wolves are going to skate 4 on 3 here for the next 20 seconds. With only 18.8 remaining in the game, that doesn't make much sense, but we're going to get a stoppage here out on the ice one more time. Just as they dropped the puck, the official on the far side blew the whistle. I'm not sure what the call right here is. I thought maybe Columbus had taken a timeout, but the goalkeeper,
I think that's what we're saying.
Yeah, Jared Rutledge skated all the way over to the bench. So 18.2 seconds remaining in regulation here. Wolves trailing by 4. One more offensive zone faceoff for the Wolves. That one taken away, lifted all the way down the ice by L.A. Shapitzin. That will pretty much effectively take care of the rest of the period here. 7 seconds left as Tyler Jurich picks up the puck in behind, and he's just going to send that one down the length of the ice, tipped in towards the offensive end. And then the horn will sound, and that's the way our game will end here this evening. The Wolves are going to end up on the short end of a 7-3 loss, a lopsided loss here tonight for the Watertown Wolves. A game that started out through period number 1 with a lot of promise, really went the other direction in period number 2. The Columbus River Dragons able to get on the board at 10:40. Period number 1, Jay Krupp nets a goal, assisted by Preston Kugler and by MJ Graham. That made it 1-0 in favor of the River Dragons, and that's the way period number 1 would end. At 5:15 of period number 2, CJ Hayes made it 2-0 on an even strength goal, assisted by Parker Moscow and by Cameron Dimmitt, making it 2-0. And then at 7:02, Parker Moscow gets his his first goal of the evening, assisted by CJ Hayes and by Cameron Dimmitt. That made it 3-0, and then 7 seconds later, Parker Moscow nets another goal on an even strength goal to make it 4-0 in front for the River Dragons. And then at 10:30 of the second period, Ivan Bondarenko, listed by Yanni Lyrikos and Jake Cowie, made it 5-0 in favor of the Columbus River Dragons. The Wolves were finally able to get one back at 17:44 of the period. Jamie Lucas nets a goal, assisted by Michael Desjardins. That made it 5-1, and that's the way period number 2 would end. On to period number 3. Michael Desjardins nets a goal, 7:37 of the period. That made it 5-2 in favor of the Columbus River Dragons, and the Wolves looked like they were going to try to claw their way back into this. But then a power play goal at 12:13 from Ivan Bondarenko, assisted by Yanni Lyrikos and by Tim Sanapalo. That made it 6-2 in favor of the River Dragons. And the River Dragons get a power play goal at 13:11 of the period. Anton Lennartson nets the goal, making it 7-2 in favor of the Columbus River Dragons, and that's the way our game would end here tonight, 7-2. The Wolves end up on the short end. Both teams had 9 power play opportunities. The Wolves went 1 for 9 on the power play. The Columbus River Dragons 2 for 9. Period number 3, the River Dragons outshot Watertown 17-11. Total for the game, 47 shots for the Columbus River Dragons, 33 for the Watertown Wolves. Other news through that game, obviously, those 3 quick goals, period number 2. Jeremy Pominville ends up getting yanked out of the game. Will Harvey comes in relief. Starts out pretty good, gave up a quick goal, settled in, but then gave up another couple goals here, period number 3. The boys got to come back with a whole different mentality tomorrow night.
Oh, absolutely, Jeff. The thing is, you can't do a lot when your team is playing short and down a man on the power play. So it's not all Harvey to blame for those, because eventually teams are going to get power play goals, and unfortunately, we did the opposite of what we wanted to do in this third period, and Watertown Wolves basically played most of the third period down a man with all the dumb penalties that they were taking, not keeping their head. So obviously, as we say every night, gotta forget short-term memory loss, come back tomorrow, play with a higher intensity, and hopefully get a win, just like last time we played Columbus, a 1-1 split.
Yeah, and obviously, like you said, the biggest thing I think through that second and third period, and the only word you can use, it was dumb. They took a lot of dumb penalties. Frustration really got the better of them, and that's going to happen to you. And here, again, we talked about this a week ago. You know, you take one of the games like this, and you lose by, that many goals. You just got to try to wipe that out and come back and regroup the next night.
Oh, absolutely. Got to stay mentally stable when you're playing the game of hockey, because you're going to get frustrated. You're trying to claw your way back in the game. You get a couple goals, and then you end up giving a couple. It's like what you have to do to stay in the game. And I think the Wolves were getting very frustrated as they were trying to claw back, but they weren't able to stop the power play for Columbus. So obviously they came out on the short end, but like we say, short-term memory, come back tomorrow, play hard, play rough, and hopefully get a W.
We'll take one more look at the out-of-town scoreboard before we say goodnight from the Watertown Municipal Arena here this evening. The Elmira Enforcers in the Danbury, 5-2 over the Danbury Hat Tricks this evening. The Carolina Thunderbirds come from behind at home, defeat the Delaware Thunder 3-2 final score there. The Port Huron Prowlers 7-2 over the Battle Creek Rumblebees. And in Mentor, Ohio tonight, the Danville Dashers, a 4-2 win over the home team there in Mentor, Ohio this evening. Again, we'll be back on the air tomorrow night. The Wolves game against the Columbus River Dragons. Puck will drop at 7:30 tomorrow evening. Come on down to the Watertown Municipal Arena and join us for some great Federal Prospect Hockey League action. If not, we're glad to have you join us here on the Watertown Wolves YouTube page. And thank you for joining us on Tunes 92.5, 104.5 here in Watertown. For Eric Thorstein and ThunderForce Media, for Watertown Wolves Hockey, for Dave Page, my name's Jeff Barrett. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you here again tomorrow evening.